Hello! Silk always in there with the Umbassa. I'm Mercadian Merchant. That's a cute emote. I can't quite see what it is, but I can see that it's animated from over here. Thomas Merlthrough continued. Indeed.
Switch it over, but don't.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, so Pepsi Dog noticed that the stream you can tell this is the fourth stream because we usually stream for 3 hours and the playtime on the save file is exactly 9 hours. Well, for 4 minutes. What's 4 minutes between friends? There could have been a reply to that, I guess. Like, what's 4 minutes between friends? I don't know. A good time and 3 minutes for cuddling after. But I'm dumb.
Great start already.
Look, I'm only halfway into my drink. The patter will get better. Or worse. Hi, Zephyrian. Now, my beautiful character. What did we do last time? What it was the very last thing we did, I think, was beat Tower Knight?
Yes,
I think if we go to the Tower Knight Archstone now, it'll tell me that I can't progress any further without killing archdemons.
Yeah, you're at that point of Boletaria.
Better. I've been sick with COVID this week. On the upside, I don't need to work and get to watch the whole stream. Oh, I'm sorry you're sick. But yeah, I hope my stream is a chill thing to watch. I mean, Demon's Souls I think is a very chill game because you get massive long loading screens with nothing happening.
To look at Old King Doran.
Yeah, and what a thing to look at. Yeah, so I don't think we can go any further here. A thick colour fog holds you back. Only those who have slain an archdemon may pass beyond this point. So you have to kill at least one archdemon, and the archdemon's like the final bosses of each area. So we haven't done that yet. We could go to where Bior of the Twin Fangs is. I don't have the key to let him out yet, so there's not much point in going to do that, honestly.
It's a shame.
Yeah, just to lord it over him that I'm not in a jail cell. Miles Courts, Perky Puppy here. Miles Courts now following.
Pixie boy.
I hope the sound plays. We didn't look at the screen to check.
I made the sound just in case.
Yeah, thanks for following. And yeah, I'm British. British.
I'm bloody British. Fucking
Score some.
remember fish and chips.
Kill some fucking demons. I think I'm going to do. What spells do I have equipped? I want to go and swap out the fire spell because it's not going to be very useful for us in Stonefang. I'm not going to speak to you.
Bravo! You have brought more demon souls to me.
Well,
Thank you. You are a fine magician.
oh, thank you.
Let me pass on further.
Just impressed every
parts
time
of
you
the
get called a
wand.
fine magician.
I'm very easy to. I'm very easy to
Works
get on
every
side.
time.
Yeah, just
Our
flatter
human
me,
potential
and I'm like,
is great.
you're an alright person. Huh.
Your
That's
phone playing noises.
my phone was
Playing someone else's stream while
yeah,
you're
trying to
streaming.
look at someone else's stream.
That's useful.
Betrayal.
Thanks, Twitch.
Yeah, Thomas. Fingers crossed that Joey doesn't fall afoul of anything this
Yeah.
stream and require my
Some kind of
gamer
illness.
skills to get them out of hot water. Warding, Iron Demon Soul. Spell from the Demon Tower Knight Soul. Greatly reduces damage taken. I think I'll get that, because I don't need his soul for anything else. Then remember spell. Right, we're not going to need fire spray. Well, we might want water veil. Honestly. The rest of these aren't going to be that useful.
Are you going to go to Stone
Bring me
Fang
more.
next?
Yes, I think so. The problem with going to Stonefang is that the boss of Stonefang is very hard. But the good part of going to Stonefang is I have a magic weapon. And so I can do lots of damage to all the bad guys.
Right, there's the guy we were just talking about.
Yeah, Bior. We probably won't
He's
see
got
him for a
weird
little while.
fucking sword move.
Yeah, is he holding his sword like reverse grip?
Reverse grip, and his other hand is just ready to punch someone.
Is it just me, or does it look like a katana? I don't think Bior actually uses that kind of sword. I thought so, yeah. But yeah, this is where we beat Armor Spider. Well, this is where I beat Armor Spider first try. Yeah, Crystal is that one's a hard one to get, honestly, because it runs into a corridor full of enemies.
Don't approach me.
Yeah, so now I've hit it once and it scurries away. That was a mistake. So it's gonna despawn. Oh damn. Oh, and those things are dangerous as well. This is not going well already. Well, it won't explode actually, as long as I don't explode. Yeah, I think they want me to go near them.
Oh, the other orb just hangs there.
Yeah, so it looks like they're in the mine carts, but they're not actually. Look at this gang of people just here.
Yeah. That was a union meeting. He just came in and
Union
fucking-
Buster.
Yeah. Took them all down. Company man.
So yeah, it looks like the fire spirits are in the mine carts, but they're just sort of traveling along with them. There's a fat official here.
Should give you a pat on the back.
Ow. Honestly, yeah.
One full moon grass. That's shite.
I'm gonna take it anyway. Oh, we can go and meet. Go meet some characters, some NPCs out here.
Hi, Cal.
Hi, Kel. Silk, someone called you a maiden in black. Oh, that's quite cool. They were a fake gamer because I was wearing shoes. Why is it whenever I see someone surprisingly proclaim "you're British," it always feels like the tone indicator reads "you're British" derogatory? I mean, I think it's a nice surprise. Well, not a nice surprise. It's like a. I'm flattered that people are surprised I'm British. I'm glad that I don't give off that vibe.
Well, the implication is that you give off his vibe that you're American.
Yeah, that's
Which you would like,
maybe.
you like less.
Yeah. Now you put it that way. These enemies used to scare me a lot more until I realised that they're not actually that tough if you don't come here immediately after.
Yeah.
Can
Straight
I-
from the spider tail. Try and style on this fucking lizard.
They're really hard to hit because only certain attacks of yours actually like have a. Oh well, there he goes. Now he's
Well,
not.
We can go get that.
Yeah. I have to now, otherwise his drops will despawn. I don't want to run off the edge there. So yeah, in case it's not clear, crystal lizards have like a fixed number of times they spawn in Demon Souls, and if you kill them, if you touch them, and then die, or they die. If you touch them, and then they die, or they get away from you, the spawn counter goes down by 1, and if you beat a boss, it goes up by 1. So what you don't want to do is what I did to the first one, which is hit it and then let it get away.
Yeah.
You want to kill them and then get their
Or
treasure.
just let them pass you by
Yeah, you can just let them run away. That's fine.
until you come back at
Until you-
level 100 and just clear through them in one hit.
Yeah, you can also reload the area, and I think they respawn. So you can sort of like clear out the area, reload the area,
Quit the
and
game
then
load it back in again.
yeah, exactly. Right. So to go down there,
Can't no.
yes.
If you quit the game and reload it now, does his body respawn to where his
No, I think it will.
Okay.
The items will just be lost.
respawn? Right. Okay. I remember that was a common one in Dark Souls. I think if you accidentally hit an enemy off an edge that you can't go down, if you quit and reload, the item would just be where they fell off the ledge.
Right. I think they're not as kind in this game.
Hope you didn't come with much of an inventory because your pockets will be full of rocks after this.
Yeah. So yeah, as Kel pointed out, that crystal lizard isn't a super important one. There are some crystal lizards which have like the chance to drop perfect upgrade stones, and those ones you absolutely do not want to let get away. In fact, I think which way down did this thing come? I think this cave leads to a bunch of perfect, like, blade stones and sharp stones and stuff. So
Something I view as an improvement in Dark Souls is that you get at least one chance at a perfect stone of each type
yeah,
in the game without having to rely on this.
in this you can just not get certain stones, which does kind of suck, honestly. Those things explode, and that's also a pit I don't want to fall down particularly.
I don't know, in Dark Souls as well, there's usually like an enemy type in the game that has a very low chance of dropping like a Titanite slab of their type. Like the Dark Wraiths have a very low chance of dropping Titanite slabs.
Yeah, I think most upgrade materials have a chance of dropping from any enemy, but the really hard one is pure blade stone, which only drops from basically like 2 enemies, and it's a very low drop chance. So it's a real pain when you're going for the trophy for like upgrade a weapon to the maximum level with blade stone enhancement. The only one I care about is Dark Moonstone, because that lets me upgrade my Crescent Falchion, which is a weapon I found on the ground and will probably use for the duration of the game.
This level reminds me of the ghost level in Time Splitters 3.
Yeah, it's the same kind of effect, isn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah, there he is. He's waving already.
Hello.
Now,
What a nice guy.
I'm not gonna go for
Where's
his
your
trick.
lizard that you drop?
It's just
Got
here.
it. Nice.
I wonder if I can cast my magic spell on it. Nope. That does about the same amount of damage.
It's just like, please stop.
It's bleeding now. I want to be careful because...
Yeah.
Oh!
Careful enough. Patches took a beating there.
Yeah, so he can die here if you actually go for his little trick. So he sends like, oh look, there's treasure over there, go for it, and then that bug just drops down after you, and you're in a
tight
real...
spot.
Yeah, but he moves over here, I think, which means he can sometimes get blasted off the edge.
Right, yeah.
You! How did you do that?
We have the same shield.
Yeah? Bros?
You!
Oh, is that
You.
you? Okay.
Yeah, he won't talk to us any more than that. That's useless. A
Fucking
club. Good camera there.
Oh.
Yeah, frame rate, baby.
Give me fuel.
The power of the PlayStation 3.
Give me fire.
You don't even like Metallica that much.
Give me that which I desire.
A renowned hero's soul.
That lizard's away.
Yeah, I'm gonna let the lizards be. Ow.
Vibrated into you.
That sound is like installed into my brain.
Yeah, but he like hitting you in soul form.
Bling, pew. Back up and have a grass. Oh. They explode as well. How am I up here?
Don't worry about it.
I mounted the box a little bit. Dragonstone, useful for enhancing fire weapons, which I might experiment with. I don't know. Don't really know why I'm coming this way. This is not. Oh.
Remember me? I've got plenty of wares, so bring me plenty of souls.
What's that sound? Is there
Uh,
a fly approaching you?
there is. There's quite a few flies, in fact.
Yeah. I can't remember this bit.
I must have aggroed them by accident, because I don't usually have this many on my tail. Forget which is better, Soul Arrow or Soul Ray. I think Soul Ray is better. These ones explode? I can't remember.
Yeah, they seem cool.
They're chill. Yes. Invisible wall. Time to spice myself up. Hi, Chara. Or Kara. How are we saying that? Right, back to the filth.
Oh. There's one underneath the platform, but he's coming.
Am I bothered? I am. Be gone with you. Right, back to the filthy man. Sorry about that. We'll see what you've got for sale before we talk deals.
It's grindstone. Will Ed want that?
No, I will want it. Maybe pickaxe and a dagger. And I'm not that crazy about it. It just it like fixes your weapon. I mean, it's my name, and I can confirm it being pronounced as Kara. Cool. Well, that's how we're saying it then.
Have you heard? Deep below this mine, there's a dragon shrine filled with dragon bones. Well, according to little Skirver anyway. I'm not about to go
Skirver.
and find out. Those bedbugs scare the living daylights out of me.
Bear bugs.
Come back when you actually need something.
I mean, I think you have nothing that I particularly want, my friend. Yeah, I thought that was... I've always loved the way there's like these crystallized remains of other like monsters that you can just smash. Ooh, got him in the face. I think there's another one, yeah. So yeah, if you hit them in their face, these things die in one hit. Otherwise, you have to like hit them a couple times in the body. Filthy man being sassy when you don't buy anything. He's just here for the banter. Yeah? Silk. I assume they were discarded shells. Well, some of them are. Like, these ones looked like they were bugs that had been, like, yeah, like, they'd, like, thrown off their husks. But then others of these look like fossilized. Oh, I don't know, yeah, they're kind of split as well. So maybe they are, like, yeah, like, discarded, like skins that have been shed. They seem really like they're made out of glass though. Oh yeah, I just flattened. Yeah, these ones like definitely they've just been like discarded shells or whatever. Yeah, I don't think I've noticed that ridge on the even the worm ones before. I wonder if they're the same species or not. Ooh, a shiny. Just a storied hero's soul. Now, this being torchlit suggests this is the right way to go. Kara, I find it insane that my parents named you that, and Undertale didn't even exist, just based off the Greek name. Kinda hungry, gonna go make some food. Well, enjoy. A truly epic battle. Right, out of magic. Ow! Oh, I have throwing knives. Let's use some of those. Not having quite the desired effect. Oh, backing off now, are we? Shit. This fight is sad to watch. That was glorious. I don't know what you're talking about.
Here's how the bug can still win.
Big bug butt. Yeah, that was its front, I think. You can sneak around. Oh, I could have gone around the side here and come from behind. Don't know why I just demonstrated that. That's a corridor you can go down. Now I always get lost in these underground caverns. But this bit sticks in my head. I mean, it sticks in my head as somewhere I recognize. I don't necessarily know which is the correct way to go, though. Augite of Guidance. The Augite of Guidance is kind of a useless item because it's like
the prism stones, right?
Yeah, you just stick it on the ground and it glows. So
it makes a sound, I assume, when it hits the ground as well.
I don't even know that it does that.
Okay.
So I don't even know whether you can use it to test how far down somewhere is.
The hidden prism stone tech in Dark Souls is that if a fall is lethal, when you throw it, it'll make a screaming sound when it hits the bottom.
Huh. Yeah, here we go. This is the River of Fire, which is a really tough area. Silk, it's interesting this is an area they haven't really reused in later games. Yeah, the idea of like, you know, like lava
Closest
tunnels
is,
and sort
like,
of an underground.
Lost Eyes Lift, but it's still not the same kind of vibe. It's just that there is also lava.
Yeah, like honestly, I think this place as well has way more source than Lost Eyes Lift.
I'm trying to think if anything in Dark Souls 2 there's the Old Iron King DLC that is very lava based. I'm trying to think if there's any mine tunnel bits in that. Not that I remember at least.
Do the enemies in this game de-aggro if you get far enough away? I remember some of the knights in Dark Souls 1 killing me when I was already sitting at the bonfire. Yes, I think most enemies do de-aggro if you get far enough away. I'm trying to think if there are any exceptions to that. I think sometimes if you break line of sight with them, they forget about you as well. Right, he's gonna blow up.
The frame rate killer. Trying to kill you by overheating your PS3.
Yeah, melt your PlayStation. Dark Souls 4, poison lava swamps all the time.
It is, yeah, weird that is the one idea, but it's in every single game.
Yeah, the poison swamp is something that they just keep going back to the well with that one.
Like, they've repeated ideas, like, every now and again with other things, but with the poison swamp, like, Miyazaki just, oh, you're dead. You touched the lava.
Oh, shit.
That's you away.
I didn't hear myself burning.
No, you kind of silently just died.
Fire hot. Yeah.
Yeah. Turns out.
Crazy how that works out, isn't it? Right, well... Let's see if I can remember how to get back to where we were.
Do you think the idea is meant to be that the fat official sends these down towards you? Or...
Yeah, possibly.
and, like, puts the magic orbs on them?
Ow.
He is like a pirate so...
Yeah, it would make sense that he's the one... I mean, I do like the way Dark Souls 1... Demon Souls tries to, like, contextualize why, you know, stuff like that happens. Like, why, you know, in Latria, the big, like, arrow firing contraption, there's a Black Phantom behind it, which you could sort of like go, oh, maybe they're the one that like, activated it when they saw me.
It doesn't have like a motion sensing like mechanism.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, the idea that there's this fat official here, maybe he's the one sending those exploding minecarts at you. You know, but I also like that if that hadn't occurred to you, it's also just, you can ignore it. It's like, oh, there's a guy here.
They don't tie their own hands with it. They don't show an animation for fat official like sending them. They just go.
Yeah, they just leave you to work that out yourself.
You can work it out.
There's two of them.
Yeah.
Forget them.
Who needs them?
I don't. Now. The difficulty here is going to be getting as far as I was. Oh, not dead. Yum 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 yum. Oh crap. I don't think I went this way.
Guess not.
Well, I don't want to jump down that hole.
Go down there. Yeah.
That would be a silly idea. Silk, I wonder if it's because later games emphasise very fast combat with lots of rolling and they felt that narrow tunnels didn't gel with that. I mean, it's almost certainly because the games became more about, you know, the get good, like, be really good at this combat system.
It's not like slow combat.
Yeah, it wasn't about like being slow and strategic anymore. Ouch.
I mean, one of my problems with Elden Ring is that like when you're in just a big fucking open field, combat feels very sourceless. Just like I guess I don't know. I feel like the area should be part of the combat encounter, whereas in Elden Ring, a lot of the times you're just fighting in a big open field. And it's just like, okay, it feels like a tech demo rather than an actual game.
Yeah. I think like a lot of the environments in Elden Ring like kind of look interesting to me as I like glanced across watching you play it. But they weren't sort of fascinating enough where I was like, oh, I've got to play this game now. Whereas I think I've played this game many, many, many times, and I still find this area really difficult to navigate. But that's kind of part of the charm, is that it's each time is like I'm playing it for the first time again. I thought I was toast there for
Just
sure.
like absolute crap. Trying to just glump you and you're
Yeah.
hitting him for it. Look at him doing all shitty.
He just wants to be
Are you going to be able
friends.
to escape from this
I don't
when he
know.
explodes?
Maybe.
Like
Let's find
where?
out.
Okay, you don't have
Yeah.
enough plank to go down. Fair enough. Is this enough?
Yeah.
Okay.
Easy. I wonder, Silk, something I've noticed with friends is as the series goes on, the boss arenas become less and less interesting. Yeah, I think I agree with that, and I think the rot
Like-
started to set in with Dark Souls 1 already, in that there are some interesting boss arenas, but there's also just a lot of like...
I think the Festival of Radahn was the funnest boss fight for me in Elden Ring because I found the Festival of Radahn to be the funniest game mechanic. The idea of like summoning loads of guys at once and then doing a big like group fight.
Yeah.
But the arena is literally just like a mound, and it's really big. Like you just have loads of space to run out to the guy, and it, it's not exactly inspired. Like even just comparing it to Dark Souls, most arenas had more to it. Like Gwyn was kind of like a big open space arena,
Yeah.
but
It's at least an interesting area. I mean, like, the funny thing to me about the Radahn Festival is I love it as a concept, but if you do that boss fight the way, like, the community seem to, like,
you'll do it way before that point, and you'll solo him. And
yeah, exactly. And it's like you do it in the least interesting way, which is like, oh, I'm going to fight him one-on-one and take out this really hard boss by myself. And I'm like, well, that takes the one interesting thing about that boss fight,
Yeah.
is that you get
The
loads of your
one-
friends
The one new idea in the game, like
Yeah. Summoning like a bunch of... Ooh, no, I'm going to leave him. Go.
and with a lot of like funny flavor in it as well. Like I the one character I liked in that game was Alexander, so I summoned him every chance that I had to do it because I thought he was a cool guy and I liked the idea of us working together.
Yeah.
And it was funny to summon Patches and see that he takes one hit and goes, "I'm out of here."
Yeah.
Like, it leaves the
Runs
world.
away. I can just catch these guys.
I think Dark Souls 1 has lots of interesting arenas. Like I've always thought of it in the boss fight against Capra Demon. The boss is the arena, not the boss. Like the boss
Yeah,
itself
like
is
if you
quite easy.
if you were to fight Capra Demon without like a bunch of dogs chasing you, and
also really
in
cramped.
in a wider arena, he's really not very difficult. As evidenced by the fact that he appears as just a regular enemy later in Izalith.
Even Taurus Demon as well, just like a bridge. And what's difficult about Taurus Demon is that you can't really dodge around him. You have to dodge under him or back from him. I think every boss, especially in the other games of Dark Souls, has an arena that is interesting for the boss. Like Bell Gargoyles, it's interesting that you're on an arena on a roof with no guardrail, and you're because of the nature of the boss, you're being pressured to always be backing off. So you're always being pressured towards the edge of a building.
Yeah. Robo Homo. That's a very cool username. Saint Urbane saying Umbasa like the lady in the Danone advert.
Yeah, or like
Basa.
Bisto. Same kind of vibe, you know.
Basa.
Basa.
Saint Urbane just drinking a bunch of gravy.
Yeah, drinking from a big pitcher of gravy. Straight from the boat. Someone mentioned it earlier. Zephyria mentioned it, but like Elden Ring boss fight arenas are now all Unseen and Smell, but without the pillars. Unseen and Smell is an interesting boss fight because of the pillars. Like, you know.
Okay, I'm getting killed.
Yeah, it's very, and maybe FromSoft was traumatized by the Bed of Chaos and didn't want to try anything new after that. I mean, Bed of Chaos I think is an interesting idea, and it's kind of riffing off of Dragon Gone in this. But
Yeah.
they, even before they released the game, they knew it wasn't cooked because they made it so that if you do one stage of it, it's
the
only boss
one
in the
boss.
game that saves your progress.
Exactly. Not even Dragon God in this
Yeah.
does that. And I don't know about any of the later games whether
Not that
they.
I'm aware of.
Yeah, but like it's one of the only bosses in any of these games that like you beat the first stage and then if you die,
It's a lot.
you don't have to do that
Yeah.
again.
How you feel your drink, by the way?
Ooh, I can finish off this drink and move on to the rum and coke. So if I start doing worse at the game, by the way, it's because I'm drinking while I'm playing. Ooh. Yeah, that crystal those are really hard to get. I think you basically need like an area of effect spell or something. Or to be able to just kill this guy really fast. Oh shit, I forgot I have the Water Veil spell. No, don't kill me. I like when you've got Water Veil on, it's just like you're constantly generating a little rain cloud around you. Like, drenches you in water so you take less fire damage. Weapon broke? That's no good. Didn't even give me a warning. Luckily, I have bought a single Ed's Grindstone with me. These lava tardigrades are such cuties, I want to cuddle them. Yeah, they are quite adorable. Oh shit. Oh, nice. Right, too late to get any treasure. Now, this is back to the Fire Lake, which kind of is the direction I want to be going in, but later. For now, where the hell am I?
Right, how's it going? Have you recovered your souls yet?
I have not.
Oh.
And in fact, I don't... Oh, hang on. This might be the way to the boss arena? Yes, in fact it is. Sort of the way. Right, I need to go and find my souls. Where are they? See, I quite like how claustrophobic Stonefang Mine is, especially this level, and the fact that... Ooh, hello! A bit out of bounds there. The fact that these tunnels are like half mines, like propped up with these like wooden bars and stuff, but also perhaps just the tunnels, or maybe even the entrails of decayed, like tunneling worms. Because sometimes as you go through these tunnels, you notice there's a rib cage like framing the tunnel, and you're like, "Oh, this wasn't just a tunnel. This thing dug. This is like a thing died and then decayed away and left the tunnel where its corpse was." Now, I am truly lost. Is this where my souls were? It is indeed. Right. I don't want to explore that. I think there's a fire weapon in there somewhere, but I don't particularly care about it. Because I'm not going to be using it. Oh, here it is. The Dragon Longsword +1. So yeah, that's a fire sword we can use if there's enemies that are weak to fire. Much like in the other, like in Dark Souls, fire doesn't scale with any stat.
Yeah, it's just flat. I think Demon Souls is better about giving you a taster of every kind of like weapon enchantment. In Dark Souls, you get given an occult club for free, which if you know what you're doing, you can downgrade to a holy one. But that's kind of it, as far as I remember. Oh, you get lightning spear as well.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's like
Like
work it out yourself. Like invest in it and decide whether you want it.
Yeah, I like that fire scales with your humanity in Dark Souls. And I
It's
like
chaos that does that.
Or
which
chaos.
is a variant of fire, yeah.
So I like that. Yeah, fire is like themically like, you know, a thing in the game, whereas in this, fire is just like, well, that's the it's associated with dragons and that's about it, and it doesn't scale with any stat. I do like that in this and in Dark Souls, to some extent, magic is sort of like related to water in some way.
Yeah.
Now, am I gonna survive if I fall off here?
Try the Stone of Ore guy and see if it makes the sound.
Yeah, you know what? There's nothing to lose. Where are we? Ore Guide of Guidance.
Did not make any sound, so what does that tell us?
Well, let's find out.
Now we're
Oh, I'm actually
Barely
fine.
any.
Now, I think this part is meant to make you panic, because a bunch of these things spawn. I think what's supposed to happen here is that you spawn in, or you drop down in here, and then immediately
Just
a
run
bunch of
around,
these.
yeah.
Oh, it would overburden me, so I'm holding too much stuff.
Many rocks.
Yeah, I'm probably carrying quite a lot of rocks. I could just use this. No, I couldn't. What do I want to do about that? Because I do want to sort of go and challenge.
I mean, you could just go back to.
I'll have to come through all this area again.
But you do have
the problem.
24,000 souls weighing you down.
Yeah, you know what? Let's be a coward. Let's Shard of Archstone.
What is this item now?
Oh, yeah, I don't know what this is. You can't even figure out what it is. You know what I can do, actually? I can probably drop... I don't need any of these. Yeah. I don't need any heavy arrows currently.
Also drop stones of ephemeral eyes. You
Yeah.
don't really return to body form.
Shard of Greystone.
No, that's fine. Right.
Right. Back to the Nexus. Let's level up once. So I've missed out on some chat.
By the way, here's your...
They look like they're filled with honey. Why do they look... I guess they're kind of like they glow orange. I prefer my guts levels to still look and feel like I'm wading through meat and guts. What?
What's going on in the chat?
What is your guts level? Spherian, who hasn't seen documentaries of scientists pulling lava out of a lava flow with a crowbar that looks like the most delectable taffy? Oh right, yeah, like when you've like on those like Planet Earth documentaries, people go and like get like a stick and like stick
like
it in like a lava flow, and it's like
toffee.
yeah, the forbidden toffee. I have like a memory of like scalding myself on my grandma's radiator when I was really, really young, and every time I think of anything really searing hot, my brain like goes.
It, or?
No, I think I just like grabbed it with my hand or something. I was very, very young.
Right.
And yeah, like I remember it being like so hot that it felt cold.
Did that teach you for life? Have you never burned yourself since then?
I don't think I've never burned myself since then, but I was very wary of hot things for a long time. I was like, if anything's metal, you don't want to grab it.
I've got a scar on my hand from when I hit against an oven in cooking class in school, and that's like my burn for life. There it is.
Oh
it's
damn!
Like lying across
Did
my
you
wrist.
do? I forgot what they called it. Like I think it was just food technology.
Yeah, it was a subset of DT, which is design technology.
Yeah, I
that
did.
Had both food technology and textiles.
I did food technology. I was like the only guy in my year who did food tech.
I think I convinced like a couple of my friends to take it with me, but we were also the only guys. Like
the thing that everyone I was like, food tech is just such a DOS lesson. It's like so good. You don't do anything. You just muck about with food
as well.
It's fun.
Every now and then you do a practical where you get to bring some ingredients.
Yeah, and you get to cook something and then eat it. But like everyone was convinced that graphic design was the DOS because it's like, what do? You fucking draw stuff, and I'm like, that's fucking hard.
They had, yeah.
Whereas like, oh, let's listen to a lecture about how bread is made. Great.
When DT was split into two modules at a certain point, there was like the hard DT, which was woodwork and graphic design, and then there was the soft DT, which was like food tech and textiles. And I went for the soft DT because I wanted to do cooking, because I liked cooking.
We were able to just do food tech like by itself, and that was one of my favorite lessons.
I didn't like.
I remember one where we had to make like a new kind of we had to invent some kind of like food or like some kind of snack or something, and I created like the most diabolical sandwich that was like a ring of pineapple and like sliced up banana in like a brioche bun, and then like I think I like baked it a little bit or something, or like it had like maple syrup in it. It was like
Was it good?
Yeah, it was really tasty. But I mean, because every ingredient is sweet.
This wasn't
must have been like a fucking 1,000 calories.
At the end of primary, we had like a 1 year like food class, and at the end of that, you had to like invent. There was no like equipment in my primary school for cooking, so this was like a homework basically assignment. And it was like the project for the year, which was you had to like make a kind of bread, like a unique kind of bread, because it was all about making bread. Was like the last bit of the module, and I made a kind of apple bread, and it was fucking terrible. It sucked.
Apple bread sounds pretty good.
It sounded good, and I like on paper it sounded great, and then I made it, and I was just like, oh, this is not like, it needs way more sugar. It's not sweet at all. It's like, yeah, it's kind of fragrant, but it just tastes like bad bread, and way too dense as well. But in food tech in school, you just had to like basically bring in a hard recipe for your assessment at the end of the year and make it. I don't remember what I made, but it was fine. Is all I remember about it. Probably to like fajitas or like a lasagna or something like that, you know.
So I'm just dumping everything that I don't really need.
Go right ahead. I can just
wax philosophical about food
my,
tech.
my food tech class. I remember the first lesson in food tech, the first practical bit you had to do was make toast. No toaster mind.
You had to do it under the grill. Well, you know, it's a valuable skill, I think. Oh,
Basically,
look!
it was just like
Look, I
use the
have
grill.
99 crescent moon grass and 99 late moon grass. Good
That's
job I
crazy,
did all
bro.
that farming off stream.
Yeah.
And totally didn't use the item dupe glitch.
I didn't even see you do it for late moon grass. That's new to me.
I didn't. That's why you didn't see it, because
Of
I did all
course.
that farming.
Yeah. I farmed so fast.
I love that withdraw item is called reclaim.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I'm having that back actually.
You're
Thomas.
liberating it from the vile claws of Stockpile Thomas.
I do want to take back. I'll take back 10 late moon grass. I will take some. I need to buy some Ed's grindstones because they're going to be quite useful, especially in Stonefang where.
A lot of rocks to hit your sword against.
Yeah, well, it's not less
You
than
have
hitting
a-
rocks. It's that all the enemies are made out of rocks.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I'm saying.
Oh right.
Is that when you're hitting the beetles, you're essentially just, I was going to say earlier, just like hitting the flat of your
The
blade
demons
against the
don't know
rock.
what to do with him, huh? God must say sick.
He's laughing that Ed
Fate
is.
of Ed.
Yeah.
What a horrible man. I hate you, Baldwin.
I actually
You
wonder if I
spiteful-
have.
You spiteful
Oh, I
worm.
need to. Maybe I need to go to Ed and talk to him about upgrading my Crescent Falchion because I might have enough stones now. Maybe not actually. I will repair everything.
Does upgrading it automatically repair it?
I believe so. Yes.
That's the hidden tech. It's like
Yeah, you are.
upgrading your weapon in Resident Evil 4 just to refill the mag.
Yeah. Min max. I will take 2 of these because
Fucking hell, bloody expensive.
yeah, in this economy as well.
Yeah.
And then I'll take as many
How
of
much
these
did
as I can
Filthy
buy.
Man sell these for?
Filthy Man, I think also sells Ed's Grindstone for 2,000.
Oh wow, we're not going to go all the way out.
Do
to him
come
when they sell
back
them on the
alive.
Nexus for just as much.
But oh, look who's joined us in the Nexus
Filthy
now.
Man needs to take a lesson in microeconomics. Doing
Well,
the signature
I
squat.
remember you.
They in Dark
glad
Souls
I
3
found
they
you.
added an emote to
found
do
some
the
really nice
patches squat,
trinkets.
and it's called the patches squat.
Well, we've been long acquainted, so I'm willing to part with them at a special price. But only if you buy today.
I mean, he says that.
Yeah, patches the hyena.
He does sell
Later
stuff
on,
for
they
quite...
rebrand patches to a spider rather than a hyena.
Yeah, I think Patches the Hyena is a cool. It's much more sort of fitting with his like.
'Cause
That's
a
what he is.
spider-
He's
maybe
a
I'm-
he's a what do they call them? Like animals that feed on like
Scavenger.
carrion. Yeah.
Yeah. When I think spider, maybe I'm too Martin pills, but I think like a spy or a spy master. I think
yeah.
there's a spider.
Anyways, he's got some good stuff. Let's have a chat.
Nothing here is stolen. I swear. I no longer partake in the whole corpse robbing thing. Yeah, no, I'm completely free from my vice.
Didn't even like
Well,
suggest that he
Mother
was
would
into
be
such
proud
things. He's just
indeed.
confessed.
Yeah,
Aren't you proud of me too?
I am proud
Give him
of
a
you,
little pat on the
Patches. You lovable rascal.
Well, do as you please, but you may yet regret refusing my offer.
All right.
Yeah.
In
So,
Dark,
yeah.
in the not only is Patches in Dark Souls 3, but also for the last DLC for it, there's a guy called, I don't even remember his name, but he's got a weird name, and it's just Patches again. But he's got amnesia. He's forgotten that he's Patches, and you help him recover his memory. But it's clear that it's Patches because you can hear him speak.
Yeah.
No, I know you. You've got a very iconic voice. Like he's trying to be like, like speaking a voice that is like not so Patches-y.
Yeah, but it's like
So, like,
it's very
no, I can
clearly the
fucking
same
tell.
voice actor.
Lap, that's his name. Thank you, Silk. Well, that's such such a weird quest line. At the end of it, you just get his memory back, and he does the Patches thing to you again, and it's like, I'm Patches, I'll never change. It's like, yeah, I know, you're in every game.
Yeah, you haven't changed in like fucking 10 years, mate. I mean, this is the thing. I quite like that Patches and Lautrec and stuff are in Dark Souls, because it was a nice sort of like, you know, for people who hadn't played Demon Souls, i.e. most people, I think it's fun to put those ideas back in the game again. And for people who had played Demon Souls, as soon as I met Lautrec and was like, this guy kind of reminds me of Yurt. I was like, he's bad news.
You got the curved sword, which is the sign of a devil in these games.
Yeah. Crystal Wizard, see you later. Nah. So I like that, you know, they put those things back in the game for people to experience again. Is this even the right way? Oh yeah, didn't get blown up. Now, I want to sort of just rush to where the boss is.
What do you think Patches would taste like?
What would
wax.
Patches taste like? Wax?
Yeah. Have you ever tried to like lick a candle? Not even as a kid?
No.
No, it tastes bad.
Yeah, I can imagine.
What about when, you know, both of us have done bits like dip your finger in the melted wax of a candle?
Oh yeah.
I mean, like, flick it off or whatever, and then you eat something with your hands and it has the big actual wax on it. Still no.
I don't think I have done that. I'm trying to think. Cause,
I think Patches taste like cigarettes. That's good too. I like that.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense. Do I need any of this stuff? I don't even know what I'm picking up from these guys. There's an item up there. I do not want it. Pretend I do not see it. Guy. Oh. You know, I can probably just run past all these. Now, the area. Oh shit. So yeah, the area we're about to go to, or that we dropped down to last time.
He's still here.
Yeah, but I can lure him forward this way.
Just to walk around him.
Yeah, I can go the other corridor. Right. Let's see if this works. Am I gonna make it? Am I gonna make it?
Nice.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think he was even moving. It was not a case of making it.
I think he's shuffling back into place slowly.
Tiny bit, but not like.
Now, which way do I go from here? Is it this? It's not that way.
Not, yeah.
It might be that way.
I hope not. Otherwise, we'll be whacking that guy. Oh, there's an item there you didn't get.
And I may not get.
It's probably not that important.
Yeah, probably not.
I do think the collecting of items in these games is quite enriching usually, like the cycle of like seeing an item.
Yeah, and trying to figure out how to go and get it.
It's just a feel-good experience. But
this is not the way I wanted to come. I think I did need to take out
when you're
that
streaming
bug.
the game and you know what build you're going to go for, you do sometimes just go, fuck that. When you see an item across the ledge and go,
yeah, I mean, I
know it's not something I need.
I think as well, this playthrough I'm doing is this is how I play the game. But if you want to explore more of the game, I encourage you to get a hold of
a PlayStation 3.
A PlayStation 3 and play this game yourself. Yeah, I think I need to take this guy out.
I assume somebody's made an attempt at emulating it and might be good now. I think
No,
PS3
I
emulation is constantly in a state of people saying it's good now when you try it and it runs at fucking 5 frames per second.
I mean, that's just the PS3.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think no, like the RPS3 or RPCS3 or whatever.
PCSX3 or something like that.
Yeah, there is quite a good emulator for the PS3. Okay, I finally got him bleeding. Have some soul rays, my friend. Oh god. Yeah, I would not recommend playing the PS5 version.
Yeah, you kind of lose out on a lot of the stuff that makes the game good.
Yeah, I think the PS5 version is.
It's not completely trash, but
It's not
still
completely bad, but it's also
the
sort of
inferior
like
version,
yeah,
I think.
it's inferior in so many ways because Bluepoint just took it upon themselves to change
Put their
so
fingers
much.
in every area, being like, well, maybe just do this.
Yeah, I could like tweet a thread about it at some point. Not that I think many of my Twitter followers care about that kind of thing.
I recently, in fact, this week played the Riven remake.
Oh yeah.
This is a 5-minute section on.
Should we wait for you to go to the bathroom before you do your?
But that's less than 5 minutes, and I want to say my piece.
Well, you say that.
This is the section where we tease that maybe one day I'll do a stream of either a CRPG or a Myst-like game. I'd love to stream Riven actually, maybe one day.
Yeah.
Following Axel fan.
Sexy boy.
Sexy boy. But I played the Riven remake, and I was surprised that they had actually changed the content of the game. In that, oh nice, you got the Hands of God.
Yeah.
Now, do you think that refers to Dragon God? Like that they worship Dragon God as a god down here?
It's not. You don't have enough skill to use this. Fuck off, I do.
Ability shortage, as per.
They're just two like giant.
I like that they're like pointed, like they're actual like gems
Yeah.
at the end. But I played the Riven remake, which Riven, the sequel to Myst, for those who aren't. I mean, even then, people might be like, "Who?" Like, but still. And it's made by the people who made the original. It's made by Cyan/Cyan Worlds, depending on the era that they're in. And they actually changed one of their major puzzles of the game to be something else. And they also changed the layout of how you get to each like area to make it kind of more like linear and puzzly. Like the original has a vibe of like you kind of have access to everything, and you're just like, this is it. Now work out what to do with all the entire world that you have at your hands. And it has the feeling of being a real world with real mechanisms, and like the secret of the world is just becoming familiar with it. And
yeah, I mean, I like that there was that puzzle that you encounter or seem to encounter quite early, which is like there's a big boiler turned on, and you like. It's not that you have to solve some kind of like Towers of Hanoi puzzle to turn it off. That the people operating this boiler would have to do every time.
Every day.
It's that you just have to learn how it works.
You just have to work out what the controls do, and the controls actually make a lot of sense.
And then
it makes
once you
sense
turn
that
it off,
somebody could
you just
actually
walk
operate
past
this
it.
on a regular basis, rather than Myst has the vibe of you have to work out the sound that plays in each of these areas, and then the sound on the piano in this area activates that door. And it's like, is there? Did Atris or Cirrus or Akanar have to do that every day if they want to go to the mines?
It's not clear why, the Selenitic Age in Myst is hidden behind having to play a piano.
Yeah.
Like, why would that be hidden? Like,
because
why?
they're just they're quirky guys and they love doing that.
It's like,
whereas Riven, they set it up more like, what if an actual people lived here? What if an actual tribe lived here? And what would they have to do to operate this
Right.
machinery.
I'm gonna go for a quick bathroom break.
Right, I'll keep fucking railing on this.
Everyone else, I want you to put your hands on the screen. I want you to channel your key energy, because we're about to fight a boss who I think is very intimidating and scary. And either I'll die and I'll be vindicated in that opinion, or I'll beat him and then I'll be like, I'm just the greatest gamer who ever lived. But he is really hard.
Okay, so while you're gone,
BRB.
so yeah, they've again, the people who made the remake made the original, and they also made Myst. But I think they've mystified Riven, which is a shame, because it felt like with Riven they had a real idea of like Myst was a test, and now we're doing an actual real idea, which is what if there was a world and you'd just arrived in it for the first time and you had to navigate something that's quite ordinary and almost like secret and exclusive, and you felt like you were like unlocking a secret mystery by just working out something that would be routine to people that lived here, with no context. Like you have no like instructions to work off of. You just work something out by what's there environmentally. And in the sequel, there's small efforts to kind of like puzzleify it and be like you're solving a puzzle that someone has set for you, which is a completely different vibe. And I did enjoy the remake. It is nice, and I do think they've done a great job with the visuals in that whenever you pause the game, it like blacks out for a second, and then it shows you the screen that you've paused on as the backdrop of the pause menu. And every time I paused the game, I felt it looks great, and this screen could be a screen from the original. So I think the visuals are really good. Although I will say the visuals from the original, I think are still preferable. They're still better, even though they're lower resolution. But, pre-rendered backgrounds are just, you can't beat them. Pre-rendered is a certain vibe that cannot be recreated without also pre-rendering. But I think they fumbled the bag, and they made it a different experience. I think a lot of people prefer the way they've done Riven Remake. But for me personally, I think the original beats it in leaps and bounds. So for anyone who's ever been interested in playing Myst and Riven, I don't know about the Myst remake, I've not played that yet, but for Riven, play the original.
Yeah, I mean, I as someone who I played Myst back in the day, I thought it was really cool. I bounced off Riven, and I think it's because the environments weren't as sort of immediately appealing and fantastical to me.
They're very plain.
Yeah, and I think I got disoriented easily with it. The idea of playing it in 3D is like a little bit more appealing. I think actually what is the ideal situation is what Myst 3 does, which has pre-rendered environments, but you have continuous like camera movement, so it feels less disorienting.
Yeah.
Whereas I think Myst and Riven both have that problem of feeling quite
One
disorienting.
advantage of a Riven remake is you never get like disoriented like you do in the original, where sometimes you turn to the left and you go, oh, what the fuck, where am I? Like, I can't really tell.
Right.
Anyway,
time to fight Flame Lurker, who I find extremely intimidating. I'm gonna cast Water Veil because he does fire damage.
Put yourself in the cold shower.
Yeah.
A little bit of loading, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, well, he's a difficult boss. They got to load all of his AI or whatever.
Unfortunately, you've just missed out on my rant about the Riven remake, so highlight of the stream.
Yeah, you're about to see the really boring boss fight.
Yeah.
So you just gotta suffer through this, I'm afraid. Okay. Ow. Ow.
But yeah, if I ever finish Deadlock at some point, I feel like I like some like Torment.
Ouch. Okay, I think he's gonna kill me. Yeah, I'm dead.
Well, the spirit bomb didn't work. Clearly not enough hands on screens here.
I think maybe I was a little distracted.
By me talking about Deadlock and playing Spirit Torment.
Yeah. Yeah. Flame Lurker is a boss that really intimidates me because he's very relentless in his attack patterns. He can be stunned, much like you can. You can kind of stun lock him a little bit. But yeah. The fact that there's also lava pits in the arena, which just constantly burn your health down, that is also an intimidating factor, I think. Oh, backstab that guy.
I'm also going to go to that. While you rejoin the boss arena.
Well, I'm going to try going the other way, which is a little faster, but requires me to remember the exact order of oh shit, and not get killed by these guys either. I wonder if I can... Yeah, penetrates through them. Ellie, those guys remind me of the weird swamp guys in Elden Ring. I mean, the guys in Elden Ring remind me of this game, because this game came first and is a lot better. IMO, IMO. Now, I have to remember exactly how to fall down this series of platforms, which... Oh, I wonder if this mechanic will ever appear in a Souls game again. Kind of interesting idea. A big pit with a bunch of platforms, and you have to fall down them in a very specific order. They'll probably never do this again. Nervousness. Oh, I should have dropped down up there, but so it'll be alright. And down here. Now, where do I want to go? I think this way. This way. Now that is where I drop down from when I am... So yeah, that platform was where I was dropping down from previously when I was going through the tunnels. So this should be fine. Yeah. And we're back to the boss. So this is like a much faster way to get to the boss arena. But you bypass most of the level doing that. I'm not entirely sure how much Water Veil really helped me, but I'll cast it again anyway. Because why not? Ow. He can just like stun mock you quite easily, but he does like a little hop sometimes. Yeah, that little jump he does is the thing that really fucks me. Oofed. Okay, back up. Heal. Oh. Ow. Oh, not so great. Ow.
Oh, that's fine. I'll kill you.
starts burning hotter, like the longer the boss fight
Yeah.
goes on, or the lower health he gets.
It just becomes like a dead pixel on the screen.
Yeah. Oh, don't wanna get too greedy here. Hey, gamer. Second try. Now we can go and grab all the items in the arena. That wasn't as hard as I remember it. It never is. But I think like Flame Lurker was one of the first bosses in this game where I was like, oh shit, I have to like really fucking pay attention, and like he's just hard to fight. There's no like gimmick to him. There's no clever trick. He's just hard, and you have to just be patient and not get too greedy with your attacks. And that, was a big sort of moment for me, I think. But yeah, I won't go on towards Dragon God. Red Hot Demon Soul.
Red Hot Chili Peppers.
The Red Hot Chili Souls. Red Hot Demon Peppers. I think I deserve a refill on my drink.
Oh, I just
for that.
refilled that cup. I assumed
Oh
it was
shit.
yours.
Well, it wasn't my cup, but I can drink out of that one
Well, there it is.
instead.
It was empty, so.
Thank you. Very umbasa-pilled. Thank you. Thomas, I like the deadpan ows and ouches you make when you get hit. Yeah, so I think this is like a slightly like. Apparently, this is like an ADHD trait. Is that I say ow and ouch when like I drop something or like make a mistake, but then when I actually get hurt, I just go like. Ooh.
You yeah, and also I think it's a sign of you being slightly drunk and also on stream, because when you get hit in a fighting game, you sound like you've been actually hit. You like go.
Yeah.
Whereas in this, you just go ow.
When I'm playing a fighting game and I'm like locked in, I try to have a habit of like commenting on what the opponent's doing so that I have a sense of awareness of what's happening. So like as they're like hitting me, I'll be like, "Oh, nice anti-air. Yeah, into a combo. Like, oh, you hit me with a DP. As is your right." Like
As is your right.
I just kind of like say nonsense, but I try to commentate what's happening to me so that I'm aware of what's happening, and also so I don't get too tilted, because I then kind of like try and humanize the opponent as like, oh, they're beating me because they're doing this, and I'm falling for it or whatever. But then when I'm like really, really like, when I start to lose my composure, that's when like I get hit and I start going like, no.
You should do your "we're still going" tweet. If you
Yes, I should. We've beaten a boss, so. I could just. Stream is still going. Come say hi. Cool. I have souls. I can level up. Yeah, honestly, when I used to play this game when I was in university, I would sometimes like finish a boss and then just be like, "Oh, I'll stop playing there on a high," and I would just leave the game in the Nexus for like hours because I like this music and I think that the vibe of it is quite cool. I think people used to do that with Firelink Shrine in Dark Souls. Yeah, people just like the noise of it.
really
I think
like
this is
Majula
way more
as well.
chill though.
I think people like Majula music more than they liked, and also the vibe
Lost
in
and
Majula in Dark Souls 2.
Soul of the mind, key to life's ether.
Right.
soul
I
of
do
the
want to get
lost
more
be
spell memory
drawn
because we
from
want to start
vessel.
getting more spells. So I'll
Let
put
strength be
1,
granted
2 points
so the
into.
world might be mended.
I don't have enough points
So the
to
world
level up
might
something
be
else.
mended.
Because I would like to level up my magic some more.
Art thou done? May thine strength help the world be mended.
Indeed.
I'm keeping a close watch on your belongings, rest assured.
I will give you the rocks I've picked up. Can I pick up any new weapons? Oh yeah, I got the Hands of God. Keep the kite shield on just in case I want to switch to a shield that can actually parry. I think we're good for everything else.
You have a heart of gold. Don't let them take it from you.
Cool. That went better than I was expecting. I was kind of worried that in my alcohol hindered state, Flame Lurker would be harder, but it went too hard. Let's go on to Latria 2. Archstone of the Demon Fool's Idol. The church devoted to an idol mimicking the queen gave hope to the prisoners, but the malice behind it will crush their faint solace.
What the fuck?
Zephyrian, I feel like I narrate boss fights like I'm talking to my cat. Don't you do it. Put it down. No, stop. Don't you do it.
Don't do it.
Yeah. Silk, I remember the Guilty Gear matches we've had where neither of us talk except making pain noises when we're hit. Yeah, when I was really locked in, like, when I've had to, like, really try hard against people, I'm like, yeah, I just go very quiet. Silk, an underhand tactic you've used in the past is asking me to talk about some anime that I like whilst we're fighting, because I can't really multitask very well. So if I'm talking about anime, I think my fighting proficiency goes way down. But yeah, here we are, Latria. We came from down there where the... Oh, damn, you can kind of still see it. I always thought this was... Yeah, you can still see Latria 1-1 down there. I mean, you can't get back down there, unfortunately. Yeah, we're now up in the upper levels of Latria. I like that Latria turns the idea of religion on its head. You know, you go into the church, you defeat the fool's idol, and then a bunch of, like, awful-looking gargoyle things descend to, like, raise you up to what you would expect to be heaven, and it turns out it's even worse than Latria 1-1. Yeah. I quite like the way it inverts that idea. Now, will that guy approach? I think if I go down there to get that item, he will. Yeah, he's on his way. So Latria 2-2 is an interesting level in that all the enemies drop consumable, like, soul granting items, so no matter... Even if you die here, you still get some, like, takeaway. Oh, shit. He's flying again. Oh, I should have probably put the fire spell back on. But yeah, from these gargoyles, you always get, like, unknown soldiers' souls or the likes. So you can always get something out of coming here to farm. So this is a good place to farm for souls as well, because you not only get the souls from killing the enemies, but you get the soul items they drop. And I think Matthew Matosis mentioned it in his the Demon Souls video, but I also had the same thing, so I don't feel too bad about like ripping off the same talking point. But it blew my mind when one of these enemies like they can like fall off the edge. Like kick him. Oh, there we go. So he falls down there, and he had an item. You later go down there, and I found the item that had dropped earlier, and I was like, this whole level is just loaded all the time. That's crazy. This is nuts. Obviously, I think the bit down there is not fully loaded. But yeah, the fact that this whole level is just this huge environment was really kind of mind-blowing to me at the time. And yeah, as Ellie points out, traveling by gargoyle, how innovative. I wonder if they'll return to the well on that one anytime in later games. Down he goes. Now, the question is, do I want to try and get the rune sword and rune shield? Even though I'm not going to use them, but they're just nice items to have.
Yeah.
Because they are quite difficult to get. Because you have to... it's not... Yeah, it's that ledge down there you have to fall onto. And it's actually harder than it looks because of the hitboxes. Let's give it a go, and I'll probably fall off. Yeah, here we go. Bounced. Oh shit, I died in human form. Fuck.
That's it. Latry is fact.
It might be, honestly. I don't know. Maybe if I beat the two bosses that are left in Latria, it might be fine. But you need to get Latria to pure white world tendency to free Ridiel. I might.
Well, do we care?
Well, I do want to free. I do not that I particularly care about Ridiel, honestly, but. I want to get the fire. I think I should go back to the Nexus and get Flame Toss anyway, because it's a better spell. But damn, I died in human form. I'm lame. I don't know whether it updates the world tendency until after you go back to the Nexus, though. Why did none of you warn me?
Yeah, I should have paid more attention to that.
Yeah, you're looking at your phone rather than, you know, streaming with me.
I'm here streaming, but streaming by audio mainly.
I'm gonna be a big boomer and say like, you're too busy looking at their phone. All kids know how to do now is look at their phone. Yes! Oh yeah, second try.
Exceeded.
Rune sword and rune shield. So these look really cool. Rune shield. Rune
So
sword.
we do have the case of the engravings offer you no tactical advantage whatsoever.
Yeah.
They look intricate.
They look cool, but I think they are also, they scale with faith, so they're meant to be magical,
Right.
which I'm willing to grant a pass on magical weapons, you know, being impractical shapes and sizes. And I think, yeah, the rune shield, like, clearly that's not actually that good a shield because it's got loads of holes in it. I don't know whether any of you have ever done any sword fighting, but poking someone is quite a good strat, and having holes in your shield is not a good way to defend against being poked. But yeah, I'm not going to use these items, so I died for these.
I died for nothing.
Yeah, exactly. You were asked a question though. Domus asked Pepsi, if you weren't named after Pepsi, what other drink would form your name?
Pepsi is like my all-time favorite. Like, it's a constant in our household. Pepsi
Yeah,
Max.
pretty much always have cans or a bottle
Yeah.
of Pepsi.
In terms of second favourites, I have a few, although in the UK one is not available anymore. Vanilla Coke, I only like it if it's full sugar. And they don't sell it in the UK anymore, you can only get it in zero sugar form. But I don't drink much full sugar soda at all anymore anyway. So second best here is probably like Dr. Pepper, maybe, because I still like it zero sugar.
Ooh, so he could be Pepper Dog. That's a pretty good name.
Pepper Dog, pretty good. But yeah, I still dig Dr. Pepper zero sugar, and I also like Fanta Orange zero sugar. Fanta Dog does not really.
Fanta Dog.
Okay.
Yeah, it's alright. Fantasy Dog. Gross.
Interesting.
Oh god. Bye bye.
I like how you flatten yourself in preparation for the death fall.
Yeah.
Like mid-air, just.
Yeah, spread out the impact, you know. So many blunders were had in Latria so far. Blast him. You just pulled out my audio
Whoops,
cable.
Sorry.
Thank you. Ha. Owned. I don't have a shield equipped, I've just noticed. Yeah, a lot of enemies in this game can be basically like stun locked by just attacking them consistently. So I want to go get my souls back. How many did I have? It's like 10k or something. Old Spice.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah?
The Yu-Gi-Oh! Ban list from September 2nd for TCG has just been posted, or at least preview images of it have been posted by Konami on Twitter.
Okay.
And I've saved fucking a tenner because I didn't buy this card yet, but now it's been fully forbidden. Appaloosa, Blood of the Goddess,
Ooh.
added to Forbidden.
Is that an extra deck?
Extra deck, Link Monster, and I believe it was like an anti-hand trap kind of deal. So, sorry. Prosperity limited now.
Oh.
Branded Fusion limited as well. Fuck.
About time.
Skull Drain limited. That's fair. Skull Drain absolutely kills.
Yeah. What about I don't know whether I think I use Pot of Extravagance in my Exodia deck.
Two Snake. I don't know much about Snake Eyes, but two Snake Eyes cards have been added to limited.
Right, yeah, makes sense.
So I think they were dominating the meta.
Yeah.
Branded Fusion is a pretty big one. Although I don't know if there's any way to search it. I know there's fusion card in my deck that I play Dark World. I just run one of them because there's a way to like replenish it. I don't know if for Branded Fusion you can do the same.
Yeah,
you can
I
search
mean, like,
it, but I don't know if you can.
Dragon Maid
bring it
changeover in the Dragon Maid deck. If it ever gets sent to the graveyard, you can just like return a card from the field to the hand in order to rescue it from the graveyard. It getting banished is a big one though. I don't know how to rescue it from banishment. But yeah, like you only run one Dragon Maid changeover because you only need one. Because you just search it with every other card. So if you can hear like a pumping sound, or a pulsating sound. That's this thing. It's like disgusting, like heart thing. Which they'll revisit this concept later in Bloodborne.
What was like the brain of Memphis?
Yeah. The brain of Mensis. Is that what it's called?
This is something of it's the brain that's at the center of the nightmare of Memphis. So
Yeah.
nightmare of Mingus.
Is there another guy up here? Right, I always want to go for this item, even though I know I'm not going to use it. Flamberge, or Flamberge. How are we saying that?
I say Flamberge.
Flamberge. I think I would use it if I was going for a strength build, because it's a big two-handed sword, and it's like, I think the curves in the blade are meant to be like help it cause bleed damage. And I just think it looks cool, but I'm not going to be using that kind of double-handed weapon because I'm not a strong boy. I don't think I can hold it properly. Down? Yes, you are. Huh. I don't know what killed him. Don't think it was me. Dare I? Dare I go for that item? I want to break this pot. Yeah, let's go for the item. Old Spice. Worth risking falling off the edge for. I realise I closed the Twitch app on my phone. Curves in the blade give a flamberge more surface area that is sharp and nasty. Oh yeah, I guess they kind of do. Although I don't know that it necessarily helps with the cutting power, having sort of more like serrated edge on a sword definitely gives it more cutting power, which, well, a serrated blade like has more chance of getting stuck in the thing you're trying to cut, which is a big problem if you're sword fighting, because you do not want your weapon to get stuck in the opponent, because it means you're effectively weaponless until you get your sword out of them. And you think like, oh well, it will really hurt them while it's stuck in them. Yeah, sure, but also you don't have a weapon anymore. Oh fuck! Damn, nearly got me. Also, where did I run out so low on Late Moongrass?
Twitch again, just playing someone else's stream.
Yeah, I don't know why my Twitch app keeps doing that. It just keeps going like, hey, you want to watch someone else's stream whilst you're streaming? Not really? No? Oh, whoops. I want to backstab these guys. It's funny. Camera's doing funny things. Hi, Hero Conricky666. And yes, I think the PS3 version is the only correct way to play this game. The PS5 version, I like the PS5 a lot, but the PS5 remake of this is just inferior in so many ways. I don't think
the only thing it has on the original is that the servers are still running.
Yeah, which honestly is a plus and a minus.
Hmm.
So yeah, this is what we need pure white
No,
world
that could be
tendency to be able to
saved.
go and get Radial. We might still be able to get pure white world tendency.
Alright.
I think you can die once in human form and still get it. Now the big question is, there's no messages on the ground anymore.
Hmm. Someone put some stones down, so this guy must be great.
Yeah, kind of lures you over
We
here.
freed everyone from jail so far. Why would we stop here?
Are you here to fight the demons?
Sure am.
If so, then help me escape this place. I am on your side. I have come to face the demons.
Open the jail cell, yes or no? What are we doing?
Well, he's here to face
Whatever.
the
Look at
demons,
this
just like
nice
us.
man. He's here to face the demons.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's open the jail cell.
Just walks. I love him walking straight through you, just like, don't give a fuck.
That's a very trustworthy thing to do. Also,
Yeah.
hi Woodaba. Let's have a chat with him.
Thank you.
You're welcome,
I will
thanks.
remember this. I am certain we will meet again.
Cool guy. Just gonna patrol this cog. Ooh.
Well, what have we here?
Me when falling off an edge. Well, what have we here? An edge.
Now, I will... So this is one of the situations where I think you can do this.
What's all this then? As I fall off. the
Well, what do we have here? So, that was Yurt the Silent Chief. Oh, actually, I don't know whether I'll be able to carry all of his shit. It's very heavy.
Oh, you're
The
good.
Gloom set. I mean, I'm carrying nothing else, so I'm gonna get away with it. His armor set is extremely
tasty.
cool. I love
Yeah.
the horns just straight up. There's no like, they're not like pointing out. They're just straight up.
Anti-air horns.
Yeah. I'll be fat rolling in this though, so I do not want to actually wear it. But yeah, that was Yurt the Silent Chief. He is, to put it in Dark Souls terms, he's Lortrac. He goes back to the Nexus, and every time you beat a boss, murders an NPC there. And he will keep doing it until there are no more NPCs in the Nexus left. You either have to kill him or not rescue him, or like rescue him and then kill him in the Nexus, or do what I did and rescue him and then kill him. Otherwise, he will just wipe out the Nexus for you, and basically he can make the game more or less impossible to finish, because I think he will kill Stockpile Thomas eventually as well, who is a pretty big deal to
Nice
lose.
guy. Silk asks a good question. Is the Gloom helmet a frogmouth helm? Put it back on just to check
Ooh,
if it
it
has
might
like
be.
that outward like lip on it.
Yeah,
Yeah, it looks like a frog helm with a little spike on top.
I can wear it as well, so I might
Does
as
the little
well.
coronet give you some kind of magic improvement?
Yeah, it does, unfortunately. I wonder what I can get away with wearing for the Gloom set. Oh, I can actually wear the armor. I like the shoulder.
Yeah. Grabbing your own fucking head.
Yeah, looks like I'm in one of those like saw traps. It's about to like a bear trap on my neck that closes on my head.
Interesting decisions.
What about have you clipped me throwing?
Killing a nice man.
Merle does something unforgivable. That should be the clip title. Rip to a style king. Silk.
Yeah. No one served better so far.
Truly.
I mean,
I mean, I'm serving better now.
who's your one that's in the loading screens with the really intricate looking sword? She looks pretty good. What? I forget her name.
Oh, Selen
Selena,
Vinland?
or whatever her name is. Yeah, Selen Vinland.
Yeah. Selen Vinland, I think. Whoa, shit. I need my shield. I'm running low on healing items. Which is not good. Yeah, so I love how Latria down here, you start to understand why it's called Latria, because this looks like a fucking sewer.
Latrine.
Yeah, this looks disgusting. It's not clear what this red stuff is. And there's these weird beetle men. They're meant to like rip their tail off, and when they get down to a certain amount of health, but I'm just killing them, so they end up just doing this weird little like screaming motion. Very unsettling.
I mean, all of Latria has it, but like the sound of like the cicadas and the frogs ribbiting, I think is great.
Yeah,
like,
the fact
gives
that
it such a like humid and swampy vibe.
Yeah, just like these textures in the air as well, give it such a sort of oppressive, humid feeling.
Like, you know, White Town is gross looking, but I never like it doesn't like really have the sound effects I think to feel sort of like gross feeling like Latria does.
Yeah, it doesn't feel quite as sort of oppressive and like close. Ow. Ouch. That even hurt me? It did. These things have like multiple. I think these things' faces are the same as the gargoyles' faces, but it's not clear that that's the case. You don't really get a good look at the gargoyles. This dark moon grass, meh. There are a bunch more items and more swamp to explore down there, but I don't think there's anything I particularly want. There is, however, something here that I want. I have to be pretty careful. Because it's a crystal lizard.
Oh, so you have like crescent stuff.
Yeah, I think he has a dark moonstone that I want. But there's also, even though we're not in pure black world tendency, there are some red phantoms here.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Fucking Okizeme setups here.
Quick, do a DP.
Yeah, should have fucking DP'd, mate. Woodbert, you were sending me some screenshots from the arcade mode of Granblue Fantasy vs. Rising. How have you been enjoying Lucilius? Who is, I will admit, one of the coolest characters in the game. Even though I have no idea how to play him. See, now there's the crystal lizard.
It's already schmooved.
No, I don't think so. You have to get quite close to it. I think you can, like, reload the area, like, anyway. Lucilius is cool. I'm still getting to grips with the game. Cooldowns is a hell of a concept to get used to. Yeah, I mean, only EX moves, so like the heavy version, tend to have like cooldowns. Like light and medium are usually more or less instant. The thing, I guess, that's different with Lucilius that is different from other characters is that once you reach Blade level 5 with Lucifer, your cooldowns are non-existent even on the heavy versions of skills. So, like, I think Lucilius has, like, one of the better fireballs in the game, possibly the best. I think Grimner's is kind of better, but, like, Lucilius is really good. And you can just throw that out there at Blade level 5 and then immediately throw it out again, like, a second later. Belial's fireball is also really good. Now, there's... he's moving, but it's because there's this guy here. Now, let's put this theory of mine to the test. If I...
Coming back.
Yeah, if I reload the area...
Yes, Alan.
Silk, if you chase the lizard off the edge, it can die to fall damage, then you can just go down the stairs to grab the stone. Yes. Do you have to not hit it once first before that?
I hope it didn't die fall damage, otherwise we've fumbled the bag here.
Yeah, I think it didn't run off the edge because we didn't chase it. If it did die, then yeah, we've just fucking lost our chance to get a Blade Moonstone. Dark Moonstone. There he is. Right.
Oh, it did die, so yeah, let's go get it.
Yeah. So yeah, you don't even have to hit it. That's interesting to note. It respawns, if I recall correctly. Yeah, it will respawn. I don't know if it'll respawn if I do this again, though. I think we might have to go chunk of Moonlight Stone. Yeah. Don't know whether we have to go back to the Nexus. Got that stone multiple times from it. He can drop a pure Moonlight Stone, I think. He's one of the few crystal lizards that can. I think this is the only way to get a pure Dark Moonstone or Moonlight Stone. That was pretty fast, so let's try it again. See if he respawns.
I've played some Granblue today.
Oh yeah,
like many, I have been lured by the naked Belial skin.
Yeah, the Belial's new skin on the battle pass. So yeah, you were like, oh, what's a good character to start learning? And I was like, I think Catalina is currently one of the easiest characters to play because she has really good normals. She's got a pretty decent. No, it hasn't. I have to.
Nexus to get it back.
She's got a pretty good toolkit that has everything. She has a really good fireball. She has a really good neutral skip. She has far-reaching normals.
Poking people into the corner by using.
Yeah, she can just lock you into the corner and just like basically keep you there. And she has a DP, meterless reversal. So I think she's like one of the better characters now. Now that she's gotten some buffs in the latest patch. But you played through arcade mode and you were like, I think she's a bit boring, so I want to go back to Belial. And you like picked Belial up and were like, yeah, actually this is really fun.
I'm having a great time.
Yeah.
Like I recognise that Catalina might be easier and also might in fact play better with her, but Belial is way more sauce. Like
yeah, he's a way more
Catalina's
fun
banter
character.
is way more sauceless than Belial's. And also just the sound effects and the like visual effects of Belial's or Belial's. I've switched between them.
The game pronounces it Belial.
Well, between Belial's, the visual effects of Belial's like skills and like just like hitting animations are a lot more like sticky and like feel more satisfying than Catalina's. I find actually. Well, good news is that
Good.
So yeah, I'm a Belial stan just because I think I like his color scheme as well of his hits, like the red, black, and blue.
Yeah,
Style
he's
of it.
one of the characters as well that has a really cool, like, I mean, all the characters' default colors look pretty good because that's what
the
they're
thing.
designed to.
I'm a total default Dave, and I think his normal skin is his best looking skin in the game.
Yeah, I quite like the blonde one, the blue and blonde. Do you not want to come
United,
down from
blue
there,
and
pal? Okay. Go over there if you want. I have my souls, thank you. Yeah, Belial's a lot of fun. I've gotten into Beelzebub recently because I think his swagger is immense.
I think all the bad guys in the game are just my favorites.
Yeah.
And the good guys seem kind of sourceless and boring in comparison.
Beelzebub, Lucilius, and Belial are all like really cool.
Yeah.
A lot of the good guys, like the main character, like Gran, Jita, and Catalina, are sort of like a bit boring. There are some other good
Some of the
good
like
guys who have
neutral
a,
guys are kind of cool.
yeah. There are some good guys who have a bit
I like
more like
Lorraine. Just 'cause I like the like exit animation of like when he wins, where he's like, "Oh,
Yeah.
wouldn't it be cool if that happened?"
yeah, where it turns out it's just a tall tale he's telling
Yeah.
in the pub. That is very fun. I love Grimner, obviously.
Yeah, the Grimnir is fun.
Who else? Like, I like Cagliostro as well. I think she's like a lot of fun. She's like sort of evil, but a good guy.
Henry or Uno, depending
Yeah.
on your version, I think he's a cool looking guy. But
Yeah, Uno is great. Like he's like consistently rated really low on like tier lists. Like, and I think it's just because no one plays him, so no one really knows like how good the character is. Because he has like the lowest play rate in the game, like even lower than Eustace. And Eustace, I think, is also like quite a good character because he's a zoner. I mean, zoners struggle, I think, in general in Granblue, where there's a dodge roll, so you can sort of like just dodge roll through people's projectiles. But like Eustace seems like a pretty good one. There's a guy
we're
going.
probably hemorrhaging viewers by talking about Granblue. I'm just realising.
I'll
but,
fucking start streaming Granblue.
So I'll start. Talking
So help
about-
me God.
I'll start talking about the good stuff again and talk about Mist Free Exile,
Yeah,
which you recently
bring
started
in
playing.
the viewers.
Yeah. After my Riven replay, I've decided I want to continue with the Mist sequels. Even though I know that I think Riven is probably the high point of the series.
Yeah, Riven is the one that like I think tries to do something interesting with the concept of like
And
it has like an actual believable world that you're in.
And then after that, they seem to go back to the well and being like, people liked Mist, we'll do something more in the style of Mist.
Yeah, Mist and Mist 3 are very like fantastical. Thomas says, "Do it." Was that like me streaming Granblue?
Or to me talking about Mist
I-
Free Exile.
I kind of would like to stream fighting games.
That's like a midweek stream, I think that'd be cool.
Yeah, the only problem is I have to use up your computer.
That's true.
So you can't really do
I mean,
anything while
use
I'm
up.
doing
I
it.
can technically turn off the desktop audio and just play something else while streaming.
Yeah, I guess
But,
you
yeah.
could. While I stream fighting
Play
games
Deadlock
midweek.
while you're streaming Granblue.
I mean, if that's something that people are interested in, then yeah, I'd be happy to do that. I got both Anila and Beelzebub out of B rank into A rank now, so I don't have ridiculous queue times. And yeah, I would kind of like to stream my journey as I try to develop as a Granblue player. I was originally like a Grimner main, but I think I think he suffered from the latest balance patch. Although one of the first like streamers to like take Grimner to like tournaments and stuff, Diaphone, thinks that Grimner is now like an S tier character. I don't
You don't see
understand
it, yeah.
why. His execution barrier for like air dashes went down a little bit, but they nerfed his best neutral option. And as a character who already has like one of the worst
What ring
neutral
was that?
in the game, that was the Fragrant Ring, which
Which says-
restores magic. I've already got it because I started with it as a
Right, yeah.
as a magician or whatever.
Like
Royalty. Like fine magician. But yeah, I think they really hurt Grimner in the latest patch. I'd still like to carry on playing them, but I want to get a lot better at the sort of fundamentals of the game before I try to climb higher with Grimner. But yeah, no, I'll consider streaming fighting games midweek. I can just stream directly from the PlayStation as well. I just won't
That's
have this
true,
cool
yeah.
I say cool. I threw it together in like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
The stream overlay and stuff.
Yeah,
I am taking a different route this time. Not entirely on purpose either. Oh shit! Who are these guys? Maybe I am done.
we are most of them.
Would have been- It is cool. Thank you very
It is
much.
very nice. I do
Your
like the
overlay is cool. Oh, thank you.
It
You
gives
can't
the-
tell, but the background is actually one of the Demon Souls loading screens.
Yeah.
But it like my stream overlay is so busy that you can't really see.
Do you think having an overlay gives the stream more character than just
Yeah.
having the game?
Yeah, it makes it a little bit more. I like having my
And your
PNG tuber
yeah.
avatar as well, and yours,
Yeah.
your little Pepsi dog. Bam! Magic missile. Magic missile. Oh shit! Yeah,
Penetrative ability hits the weird guy behind you now.
weird guy behind the gun. I played a TTRPG for the first time
Yeah.
ever this week,
That's actually
courtesy
wonderful.
of Woodiber hosting a game for us and GMing it, and I had a lot of fun. I thought it was. I'm mad at myself for having not played one before because I thought it was very enjoyable.
I think,
I
there's a
think as
lot of,
well
like,
the
pressure.
story and the stuff that is going on in Woodiber's game so far is also like very compelling. So I think that is a large part of it.
I think there's a lot of pressure when you're first playing. Like, oh, will I do enough? Will I like be interesting enough? You know, will I make a character that's like got a story to them? What if I'm like really bored compared to more experienced players? But it's really not like oh, it's so easy. But like, I think if the game's good, you quickly find your feet, and you know.
Yeah, as well, like it helps that it's I'm playing it with you and another friend of ours, as well as Woodiber. So like, we're all pals. We all kind of know each other. It's a lot easier to sort of we're already quite daft when we're all together anyway. So it's easier to sort of like I'm gonna be a different guy
And I think
and role play.
we talked about it before. You with the first time before you settle into being like, you know,
Well, I
play
think-
a character a kind of character that I like from movies and games. and
Yeah,
I'll,
you
like,
either
do
you
that
either like
character.
go, I'll just be a character I like, but my own sort of like little twist on them, or you just be like, I'll just be me.
Yeah,
I'll just role play as myself.
I think when you play lots of TTRPGs, you're like, I want to be someone like completely new, like you like it.
Yeah.
Character.
Oh shit! I am taking
But I think
didn't
it's
get
plenty
any
fun
grass.
to just to go. I love I don't know Julian Bashir from Space Nine, and I'm gonna play Bashir like character.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be him. That is seems like. Oh, I have loads of full moon grass. Okay, it doesn't matter that I use up my late moon grass. Now, did I die here? Yeah, I did. How foolish. Ow. Thank you. Whoa. I don't know why he's flying all the way over there for. I love their running animations, they're very funny. Now there's a guy up there I need to be aware of.
Hold on for the ride. Oh, never mind.
Come on, lads.
Together now, lads. The one good element of Elden Ring. I like
Yeah,
that
the
bit.
pot man. but TTRPGs are a way to rotate some guys in your head with friends. What if Julian Bashir was in Event Horizon? Yeah. I also really like that. So I'm playing. Domus, you're correct. We're playing Mothership, and I'm playing an android, and my android is called Gretel. And my android character has a bit of a chip on his shoulder about people like making assumptions of him based on the fact that he's an android. And we met another android who I believe is he, him pronouns, but that android was called Maple. And I think it's a very fun sort of like world-building coincidence that both my android and the NPC android we met are like masculine, presenting androids that have feminine names. I think that's like a fun, a fun little thing.
You have a real affinity for Maple.
Yeah, no,
birds of a feather.
Yeah, I like that. As soon as we entered the room, Maple didn't trust anybody except for me because I'm also an android, and they were like, "Right, all the humans up against the wall. I don't want to hear a peep out you." And my android was like, "I like this guy." Very very forward-thinking android. But I also like that. Yeah, they both had a little moment about how humans sort of don't treat them right. I had a little sort of like they shared a knowing glance. I forgot what the exact thing in conversation was, but yeah.
How I think compared to two different styles, but I think the gargoyles in this I love a lot more than the gargoyles in Dark Souls.
Well, the gargoyles in Dark Souls aren't really gargoyles. They're sort of these like weird like flesh
Like
monsters, aren't they?
Like, yeah.
Whereas these look very
I
like
love
stony
how, like,
and metallic.
stony and like layered they look. Like when you see in their arms, they have like multiple layers of like material between.
Yeah,
them.
they look like they're sort of chiseled out of stone. They have like little sort of like I don't know if you can see on their head, but they've got like nails and stuff like stuck in them.
I think
They look like very much like sort of constructs.
in terms of stone guys, the Stone Guardians in Dark Souls did a good job of just like selling the fact that they're made out of stone entirely based on sound effects, kind of like just making it, when you hit them, it makes like sort of ka-chunk sound effect, to make it feel like these guys are stone guys.
Yeah.
And it's weird. In this game, I feel the same about the Beatles, but they not as in the band, as in like the fire guys in Stonefang earlier.
Yeah.
They feel really stony, but whereas the gargoyles in Latria feel kind of like fleshy. Could be intentional, I guess, maybe, but they're sort of like, while they have a stone edifice, they're actually more of a fleshy kind of guy.
I like how they set you up for man-eaters.
That too,
Yes,
that's cool.
they are very like, they look like man-eaters. So we've destroyed
I'm
both
sure
of
they'll
these.
never do this again.
Yeah, a big thing that's being held up that then sort of drops down a little bit.
And then find it later and smash it to bits.
So the one thing I don't dig so much about Latria is it's not clear why you do any of this. Like you're sort of progressing the level by exploring through it and killing these guys to destroy those things just because it's the only thing that you have to do. And I don't think that's particularly strong as like a sort of a level.
Here's the thing, like 90%,
I like it when a level sort of like goes, here's where you want to get to, and now everything you're doing is about sort of progressing towards that. In this, you're sort of just like, well, I'm just following the path in front of me.
I think 90% of players are happy to just go, there's a path, and therefore I'm exploring it because it's there.
Yeah.
But I think it's nice when the people who make the game put the effort in to go, listen, there's a reason to do it. Like, you have an objective, even if it's kind of like
exactly
talked about once and never. Was there not an item there on the left, or was that just me seeing the bloom?
Oh, that was an item.
Yeah.
Shit. I don't know what it was. Whether it's worth going.
But I like when it, like, I like that in Dark Souls that Oscar tells you about the prophecy of the undead and of chosen undead, and it, about ringing the bells of awakening. and that's something of an objective in your mind for way ahead in the future, even though most of the games progress just by, well, there's a path over there, therefore I will walk on
Yeah,
it.
I'll just go in the direction that the game sort of
Has
shows
laid
me.
out for me. I still like the idea that you're meant to have in the back of your head, I'm looking for a bell, and
Yeah.
I'm meant to ring it.
Oh yeah, I like that the way Dark Souls does it is like you can just completely forget that Oscar tells you anything at all. And then you just like you're playing it like a video game where like I'll just go where I can go. But at the same time, if you want to, you can sort of see the game as like, well, I want to honor the dying wishes of the man who helped me escape from the undead prison, undead asylum. What do I want points in? More damage is always good.
Magic baby.
I kind of want to be smarter.
I gotta have one additional spell
I'm-
slot. Go 400 off.
Yeah,
Get that football intelligence.
yeah, easy enough to do as well, I think.
You'll have some fucking.
Oh, I'll have a
soldier
bunch.
Soul, yeah.
Yeah, I've got a bunch of unknown soldier souls. Might as well cash these in, to be honest. Mephistopheles is very cunty in the load screen.
Yeah,
He's very
Mephistopheles is
cunty
a
in
very
person
cool
as well,
character.
honestly.
I think you're good. Like,
Yeah, well, I might as well, like, crack them all.
if you say so.
Well, I want to see if I can get 2 levels. Which means I'm going to need, like, 20,000? Maybe 22?
21, 22,000, I think. Give me fuel.
Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire. The only reason I know that is just because it's in Fortnite.
Oh yeah, you could not catch me like actually knowing that as a Metallica fan. Give me fuel. And
Give me
also
fuel.
as a Infinite Review podcast fan. Give me fire.
Now, I think the ability to do multiples of these in one go is kind of like a quality of
nice
life thing.
Quality of life improvement in later games.
Yeah. But this is quite fun. You know, just one at a time. It's a shame the sound isn't particularly nice.
It's okay. It's not as good as like getting hit in soul form. It's not
Yeah.
as sticky a noise.
Renown soldiers.
So you start from the lowest. Personally, I start from the highest because I know that the lowest souls can be used to fill small gaps.
Oh yeah. Yeah, honestly, this probably isn't the most efficient way of doing this,
You
but
probably have enough for 2 levels now.
yeah. And then I can buy some
That
grass or
and-
something.
Soul of the mind, key to life's
Spell
evil.
capacity increased.
One in magic then after that.
Yeah.
Souls are lost, be drawn from its outmain that.
Magic fans, stay winning.
And now I want late moon grass. I think Patches can sell me that, but I don't know whether it'll sell me
I'd
that
probably
cheap.
stall you for it.
Late moon grass,
they're
500.
free.
I buy 3, or I could buy 1 full moon grass.
Whoa,
Let's buy 3 of these.
I'm gonna eat.
Nice stuff, eh? Come again. Then I'll be awaiting.
What's that meant to mean?
Yeah, he says that as though that's some kind of
It's like
like,
doing a little joke.
yeah, I'll be awaiting.
Awaiting.
Oh, I need to go and attune magic. Because I am now a fine magician. I think I can get a new spell actually
Stick on
from.
flame toss.
Bravo! Thank you for offering your demon souls. I cannot express my gratitude to have
When
my
I
wish
buy a
granted
second-hand copy of
at
Demon
so
Soul on
late an
eBay.
age. Thank you.
Thank you. Bravo.
You are a fine magician.
He's just
As
a
promised.
jolly guy.
Let me teach you new magic.
New magic.
Me when
There are
I
no
asked
spells to learn. That's interesting. I would have thought I would have gotten one from Flame Lurker's Soul, but
Me when I asked someone for the rules updates in MTG since 2002
let me
or
teach
something.
you new
New
magic. Right, Flame Toss and... Oh, I need 2 spell slots for warding. Poison Cloud, Cloak. Cloak might be useful-ish. Let's go for it. It's going to be more useful than Protection, I think.
Bring me more demon souls. I patiently await you, my fine magician friend.
My fine magician friend. Right. Back to Latria. I can teach you new MTG, but I can't say it's worth it.
I don't want. I used to want to get into MTG, but then they added Doctor Who and Fallout, and I'm no longer interested. Like, sorry, I cannot sanction like watching my opponent lay down timey-wimey stuff and be like, this is good.
Yeah, I think if I were playing a card game with someone and then they were to say I play timey-wimey stuff, I think I would flip the table. I don't need to fight these guys. Thomas, wait, I just twigged. Is Merle's gameplay skills impact their health, Joey, the same as Joey as YouTube video essay about German pornographic arcade game Joey? Yes,
Same Joey.
Indeed, yes. The very same. I don't think Joey's in.
No, Joey, I think has not been in the chat.
Not been in the chat this evening. But I will tell them that they are recognised for their scholarship on such things. No, don't kill me. I'm just a level 1 goblin. I have no loot. Are they following me? Haha, they are not. I have a late moon grass. The worst part is every Magic player I know also hates using those cards, but they still do because they're just part of the game now. I like that Yu-Gi-Oh! Players have zero shame about how utterly busted their game is. Like, you know, someone plays something and you immediately play Ash Blossom in response, and it's not even like, I'm sorry. It's just like...
You can't let the insane effects go off, you know?
Exactly.
It's just
There's
like, well,
no
I guess I'll
apology
lose.
about, like, I'll just play the game. I'll play the card that, like, turns your deck off. So, there's no...
Like, you can't say sorry when you play Droll and Lockbird against Darkworld, because you know what Darkworld does, and it's like,
Exactly.
yeah, I don't want to face that.
I wonder if I can use Cloak to sneak up on this guy.
I was going to say something, but I forgot what I was going to say after that Yu-Gi-Oh! Thing.
Oh shit. Oh, I didn't want this one. I wanted flame. Ow! Holy shit! That.
What's the other flame spell we have?
It's fire spray. I think it's more rapid fire.
Right.
This guy is the most annoying part of the Man-Eater boss fight because you have to get past him every time. Nobody apologizes for their cards being busted or unfun anymore, but they are sorry it is Gandalf or Tom Baker in the art.
It's Lord of the Rings in Magic as well. Because in that case, I don't feel bad for Magic. I feel bad for Lord of the Rings. It's been, like, corrupted by being multiversed.
Yeah, I mean, like, Magic the Gathering seems to just be sort of slowly turning into card game Fortnite.
There are multiple... Fuck's sake, man.
There are multiple Lord of the Rings Magic sets. Can you play Gollum? Is he good?
And the One Ring is like a card as well.
The One Ring is a must-play card in all formats. Oh no!
I would hate that. Even as a Magic fan or a Lord of the Rings fan, being like, I play the One Ring. Like, oh.
Gollum is good.
That's the message of the stream for me. Just Gollum is good. Full stop.
Right. It's another hands-on screen moment.
Let's go. hide behind the pot, it'll be fine.
You can only do that. Well,
that
see you
was good.
later.
The monumental. Also, they made Aragorn black and the game's got angry. Isn't Aragorn like dark skinned in the Ralph Bakshi animation anyway? So they should already be like, well, there's precedent.
Imagine people getting like upset about the Ralph Bakshi Lord of the Rings now.
Couldn't be me. Have you seen the Witch King in the Ralph Bakshi animation?
I might have done actually. I haven't
He's
ever
got-
seen the Ralph
He's got the
Bakshi Lord of the
description from
Rings.
the books where he has two like spectral red eyes, and it's badass.
Ralph Bakshi is one of those animators whose work I'm really interested in, but I've not actually seen any of it. It just sounds conceptually like quite interesting, but then when I actually think like, do I want to watch any of his things? I'm like, I don't really feel like it right now.
I still haven't. I've just seen clips of Ralph Bakshi animation, but I ought to watch it because I like it. I know.
Oh, he's not dead.
The book state that Aragorn has dark skin development, but gamers can't read. Yeah. I fuck with how he
Gastraf, that
looks
was
and-
before the wars. Now
That's
having
true,
dark skin.
yeah.
Yeah, honestly, like I think I mentioned this on a previous stream, but there was a tweet that was like, how did these games like pre 2015 get away with like having like female protagonists and having like racially diverse cast, and like the two responses were like, one, they weren't that diverse, but second of all, like, well, the quote tweets of that tweet were full of people like Infinite Monkeys and Infinite Typewriters trying every possible explanation other than well, there wasn't like
I didn't care back then.
well, there wasn't like a radicalized sort of group of YouTube grifters telling them what to hate and what to be angry about. That's why.
But there's some good stuff in the Bakshi Lord of the Rings, but it kind of falls apart once it gets past Fellowship, much like Peter Jackson Phip gunshot sound. No, I agree. Like, to me, Peter Jackson Fellowship is amazing. It's like the best one. And then
Can I log in? I couldn't log on. I just couldn't lock onto him.
Couldn't log on, mate. Got my password.
Oh yeah, I can. He fell off as well.
Nice. Got his
Twit.
ass. But yeah, the Peter Jackson Fellowship of the Ring, great movie, 10 out of 10. Well, maybe 9 out of 10. Two Towers onwards, it starts to fall off. Two Towers when fucking Legolas like surfs down a staircase, and you're like, what the fuck?
The first time that happens, you're like, oh, that's really cool. And then when he starts fucking Attack on Titaning the giant elephants, where he's like flying around in the air, like parkouring off them and stuff, it's just like, what the fuck?
Fucks me up about the Two Towers movie is that the book is already so action packed. It's like cover to cover, like so much plot detail happens. There's no room for like no breathing room. It's all go, no like sitting around. But in the fucking movies, they cut like half of it, and then they add in original new stuff that is terrible. Like the shit that is like in the movies that is kind of boring, like when the wargs attack the Riders of Rohan when they're moving to Helm's Deep. That's new. That's not even in the books, and it's just like, who gives a shit?
Yeah. Wonder whose idea it was to like invent new bits of
Aragorn falling off a cliff and not dying, and then everyone being sad about Aragorn dying until he's not dead, and just the most pointless, like, it's just so they can fit in a little bit of lore about him and Arwen and him having like a fever dream. And it takes up like 30 minutes, that segment. It's like, oh, give me a break. Where's I can need to look up the name of the guy who's Lord of the Westfall.
Oh, leave me alone. I didn't even see what I picked up.
Yeah, where's Erkenbrand? Lord of the Westfold, who rode with Gandalf to Helm's Deep to relieve Theoden's battered army, as described in the Lord of the Rings wiki. Tolkien Gateway, thank you very much. Erkenbrand cut so we could have Sharky and his wargs going, he fell off the cliff.
Ring of Avarice. I think that gives you more souls when you score kills. Storied Hero's Soul. I may have already picked it up, but I'll kill this guy. Check. Ephemeralize. Yes, I think I may have just already picked it up. Or, unless that's it.
And also, sorry, getting to the other Lord of the Rings sequel. I'm Unchained now. People love the Ride of the Rohirrim in the movies, and it is good. But in the books, it's fucking better. Like, I've read to you the Ride of the Rohirrim part of the book.
Yeah.
And it goes fucking insane. Theoden blows a horn so hard that it breaks in his hand.
It splits.
And then his shield literally becomes the sun for a second, because a change of the winds gives him such the indomitable power of the human spirit to ride upon the orc army.
Yeah.
And then in the books, it's just like they rode.
They just do a big charge.
Yeah.
They did include my favourite passage from the books, which is rage filled Aragorn in that moment, and he realised it all at once, kicking the goblin's helmet that broke Viggo Mortensen's foot in my real life. Did you know they talk about that in the commentary?
Yeah.
Sun shield seems OP. Yeah, like his shield like glints with it catches the sun, so that it like basically becomes the sun for a second.
Tolkien writes a lot of like incredibly deadpan fantasy, and then he pulls out in like mythological shit at random moments, like not random moments, like mythical moments, like the fucking Rider of Rohirrim. And then in the movies, it's all kind of like deadpan, and then a little escalated, you know, like let's not get too unrealistic.
Eru should have sent Lubu to Middle Earth. He'd have sorted that.
That's another thing in that the books kind of emphasize the fact that and then God helped out. Like in the books, it kind of makes clear that at certain points God simply interferes with the sequence of natural events.
They should have sent Lubu and Cao Cao.
Yeah.
Or I don't know how his name is pronounced.
Mm.
But characters I recall from Dynasty Warriors.
Yeah.
I want to
War
play
of
another
Three
Dynasty
Kingdoms.
Warriors game, but I want to play one of the ones that has the strategy element on top of it, because I think that's really fun. The bit where you sort of like you play like you have like a map and you decide which territories you want to attack.
Yeah.
I like that layer to it, as well as it being also just a Dynasty Warriors game.
Mm. Yeah, I've
Gets seduced by the Palantir written all over him.
Also, Gashraf Motherfucker said cow spelled like the animal, and then in brackets PS2 accurate. I guess that's how they said it on the PS2 version.
Right. Well, because I don't like. I'm genuinely interested. How is it meant to be pronounced? Like Sao.
I said it even earlier today, but I really love games that are strategy games, but you command from the ground, from the battlefield. So Mountain Blade is like my favorite strategy game ever. So even though it's like crap and you barely have any control of your own strategy, but I just love that you're there on the ground as the
You get to see the fight from the ground level. So. The surname is slightly different.
Right. Okay.
Cao. Okay.
Cao, or something like that.
I wonder why it's romanized.
Fun fact, Romance of the Three Kingdoms also has the Magic the Gathering set. Fuck off. They can't keep getting away with it.
Are the X-Men in Magic the Gathering?
Probably. Some cape shit will be in there, you know.
Oh, I think Doctor Strange is in.
Oh god.
Is in Magic the Gathering. It's easier to tell what doesn't have an MTG set at this point, surely.
They haven't missed Magic the Gathering set yet. Atris, Cirrus,
Atris.
and cards.
Yeah. Ouch.
The release Sean age as a card.
Damn.
I cast Twist Crank. I cast Murder.
Ow. Okay. I see what you're doing. He's being very annoying and flying away from me. Fuck! Ugh. This is I think the hardest part of Man-Eaters is the arena you fight them in.
Yeah.
I cast Twist Crank. Thank you. I'm very aware that we did that right next to the microphone.
Yeah.
That was me getting my drink recharged. You know what? I might go and get Flame Spray instead of Flame Toss. That was nice. Pour another. Sadly, we're both full now. But I can drink faster.
We do still. I was surprised. I thought we'd be through the pitch by now, but we do have like at least 2 half cups left.
Okay.
I am one hour.
I am once again asking you for Demon Souls.
Flame Toss, Fire Spray. There we go.
Assassin's Creed. Oh, no. Oh, Monty Python. That's fucking beyond the.
Monty
pale.
Python. Oh no. What cards
I
are?
cannot in good conscience even think about Magic the Gathering anymore. I don't want to look at it.
Is the Black Knight from Monty Python? Is he a Magic the Gathering card?
Like, see, that list is half
My Little
good,
Pony,
half bad. Like
Godzilla, The Walking Dead. Is
Transformers
yes.
good, Fortnite good, My Little Pony fine, Godzilla fine, Walking Dead though, and Assassin's Creed and Doctor Who and Monty Python, bleh. I hate it. Cannot look at it.
Transformers. What about
Socrates is in the Assassin's Creed set.
Socrates? I wouldn't have thought he's particularly combat proficient. Plato is the one that looks like a fucking Chad.
Yeah,
like
the Plato Socrates.
Yeah, no,
like,
I've made this observation before, and I think it's very funny. Is that if you were to look at a picture of Socrates and Plato next to each other, you would never believe which one dedicated his life to writing fan fiction about the other. Like Socrates, all the busts of Socrates look like the
biggest fail son.
Yeah, they just look like a fucking nerd. And Plato looks like such a Chad. And you're like, I can't believe that Plato is the one that spent his entire, like, you know, that we know of anyway. He spent his entire sort of oeuvre writing Socrates fan fiction. Socrates was a celebrated soldier before he became a philosopher.
Oh, shit.
I did not know that.
Apparently he has 0 attack but 4 health. He's kind of a unit. There you go. Magic the Gathering has a mana system, right?
He's
Right.
kind of a
how much
unit.
mana is Socrates?
Come on, lock on. No, okay. Lock on, please.
For reference, Ezio Auditore has 2 health. So there you go. Socrates could take twice as many hits as Ezio could. This is kind of scary. It's like fucking Infernus from Deadlock just running at you. Leonardo da Vinci has 3 health, 3 attack. Why does Da Vinci have attack?
He built tanks for a living.
So, yeah.
He
Not
built
that
tanks.
scary, okay.
He designed tanks before tanks were a thing. Like Magic has like a mana system to limit what you can do in a given turn. I do like that Yu-Gi-Oh does not have
Yeah,
any limits.
No limits on anything.
Well, the only limits are you can normal summon once per turn, and then
Well,
everything
also,
else is
only-
just go fucking hog wild. If
Also-
you have the material in hand, do it.
The other limit is like you can't attack on the first turn of the game, and that's the
Yeah.
only like safe turn of the game. And then from turn 2, it could be over.
Yeah, but even then, you can still basically win on your first turn. So like your deck, Dark World, can like hand loop you for fucking 4 on your first turn, which
Yeah.
means that I get like 1 card that I actually get to use. Well, I get to draw a card, but like 2 cards for
And
most
that's you,
decks is not
basically.
good
So
enough.
I'll probably have 8,000 attack on the board
Yeah.
by the next turn.
Ouch.
I believe Richard Garfield, the original designer of Magic, has said that Magic's land system is incredibly bad and he deeply regrets it. Oh, well, there you go. Yeah,
Good to know, I guess.
I
That
don't-
e-
I-
that even
I
the
don't
creator
know
doesn't
the-
like it.
the rules of Magic so much, but I know it has lands and it has colours as well as the thing.
Ouch. Okay, I need to actually heal. Right, you know what?
Either way, get to the fucking part.
Yeah,
The part is
up
your
here
friend.
is so much safer to fight these guys from.
Off he goes.
Yeah, the AI doesn't really know what it's doing with flying. I want to cut his tail off. He takes a shit ton of damage if you can cut his tail off. Ouch.
Loves that one. I mean, it is his best.
Do you know what he's doing? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think he's like empowered himself by getting bitten
yeah,
by his own tail. Now he's even more dangerous than he was.
There's 2 now as well.
Oh fuck. Yeah, that's bad.
It's new gun racing, now we're on 2 of them.
Now there are 2 of them.
See, I wasn't going to do the racist accent, but you went there.
Yeah, I went there. Sorry. Oh, you're the other one.
Yeah.
Blood.
It's card. I was meaning to look into the Final Fantasy card same to the One Piece one. I also know nothing about One Piece, but I was kind of just interested about the card game.
Right, I cut one of their tails off. But this is not looking good. Having 2 of them at the same time.
Yeah, sure, bring some Final Fantasy into the first game. I mean, I'd love to try. I do, in general,
Ouch.
like card games and TCGs.
I'm going to bring more or less all my Yu-Gi-Oh decks.
We've got
with me
plenty. We've got, like,
as loaners, if anyone wants to play with
many
me.
novelty and beginner friendly and some fun in general decks.
Yeah. Oh fuck. I might be dying here.
It's fine.
Well, we got 9 of those left.
In terms of like aesthetic, I think it's like card games. Like I think the Yu-Gi-Oh aesthetic is just superbly cool.
Yeah. I think the cards look nice in Yu-Gi-Oh! Which is a huge selling point. Whereas I think Magic cards, some of the card art looks good, but the card designs themselves are less appealing to me. Like the icons and stuff. I don't know, and that is a purely like personal aesthetic sensibility.
The biggest fault with Yu-Gi-Oh is that a lot of the boss monsters are very samey. Like,
Oh, I'm gonna fucking... There we go.
Yu-Gi-Oh loves the design of a dragon that has blades for scales, and that's like
Yeah,
50 different boss
big-
monster designs.
big spiky dragon is like a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh. I think Yu-Gi-Oh benefits from the fact that there are a lot of different decks and archetypes that have a lot of different aesthetics. That is something it benefits from. I might need to go and upgrade my sword actually before we try and take on, because I realize I'm not doing
right? Oh,
and I'm not doing a lot of damage to the man-eaters, and I kind of want to be doing a lot of damage, so I'm going to take a quick break from this boss fight to go and upgrade my weapon. And yes, Woodbert, I'm looking forward to playing you at Yu-Gi-Oh! Not that I want to, scope out what kind of decks you're bringing, but I have 2 Exodia decks, one for contemporary meta and one for more sort of like show accurate meta. And would be happy to play either of them. But yeah, I want to kind of know which meta are your decks calibrated towards, because if it's like, if it's like show accurate meta, then I'll play my show accurate Exodia deck. But if you want to play current meta, I have a current meta Exodia deck, which I think is really quite powerful because it can basically turn to OTK. I'm trying to secure the deck of the villain from the Dark Side of Dimensions movie. It's very cheap, so it's almost certainly a terrible deck. You'd be surprised actually. They recently released like a bunch of booster packs which have some of the most popular like meta cards in, that has made a lot of decks a lot more affordable. Right, can I upgrade my Pressing Falchion? What do I need? Shards of Dark Moonstone. You know what? I'm gonna go and duplicate those. Because I can't be bothered to farm for them. Now, the question is, can I remember
How to do so while under the influence.
Probably.
I do kind of want to watch the later Yu-Gi-Oh animes. So all I really know is like Duelist Kingdom and Duelist City of the original.
Yeah,
series.
we could watch Yu-Gi-Oh!
Duel City, not Duelist City. But
Yeah, Duel City. I watched Duelist Kingdom, Duel City, and the Seal of Orichalcos arc, which is like a filler arc. It's not in the manga. I didn't watch much beyond that. I'm not sure how much there is beyond that. But yeah, we could watch Yu-Gi-Oh! We've been watching Futurama, and
it's falling off quite badly.
some of the newer season episodes are quite good, but there's also some that are written that just seem like they were written by someone who's like
Got a huge
kind of
chip
hateful.
on their shoulder against everything
Yeah.
nice about the world. Like the Futurama used to be about like parodying and like riffing off of sci-fi concepts, and now it's about fucking iPhones. Everyone's on their phone all the time. Hey, it's like, oh my god.
Was it Dark Moonstone or Moonlight Stone that I need? Can anyone remember? I think it might be Dark Moonstone.
Yeah, it's Dark Moonstone. I think it was. You had 3 out of 4.
Right.
You have a
I need some souls as well, because this doesn't work unless you can... You need to go to this guy, and you need to be able to... Yeah.
no.
Right. Wow, 2000. buy this, walk away.
What's the hurry? Where are you off to? Haven't you?
Next seal binding, press start to cancel that.
Hello, I'm keeping.
And then deposit the Dark Moonstone. Oh, maybe
You have a heart of gold.
just in case, I'll duplicate the Moonlight Stone as well.
Thanks to you, me, and a friend start picking up structured decks. That's from Silk. That's good. It's been ages since they've released a new structure deck. It hasn't been since this December, so I wonder what Konami's doing with that.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder if they like the last two things they've done is they released a bunch of cards that were like support for Exodia, which unfortunately is not support for the Exodia win condition, which is you just have 5 pieces of Exodia in your hand and you win. But
It's like a way to win without doing that. you
Yeah,
know?
it's support for the Exodia cards in that it gives you a boss monster that uses the Exodia cards, which I like because I like Exodia. But they released a bunch of support for that, and then they also released the booster packs, which have like meta cards in them.
The like
They have like
forget what it's called,
Barone,
like the second
Nibiru.
Forbidden Collection or something
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that. That has a lot of like meta cards in it, and it reduced like it absolutely like tore up the card market economy because it made a lot of cards that were expensive cheap.
Yeah.
But yeah,
What's the hurry?
they usually release like 3 structured decks per year, if not like 4. But it's been most of the year already, and there's been no structured decks. So it's, I wonder what they're doing with that.
Shit, I've been doing this all in the wrong order. Oh
You have a heart
no!
of gold.
There we go. Phew. Take. I want to take as well the Moonlight Stone and the chunk of Moonlight Stone.
You have a
Because then I want to. So I buy, walk away, cancel that, deposit.
You have a heart of gold.
I think structure decks are really cool, but I do think the Yu-Gi-Oh community is like slightly insane into what they consider a good structure deck, which is usually that it has a lot of meta cards in it.
Yeah, they're
Like-
they're not. This is a playable deck. They're like, oh,
or
this.
a fun deck at the
Yeah.
very least. Like I saw so many people recommend Albaz
You
Strike,
have a heart of gold.
and I think Albaz Strike is one of the most boring structure decks out there right now. Like,
Yeah. It's
but it
got
has
a load of
meta
cards.
in it.
Yeah, it's got a load of cards that you can like. It has like an extra deck which has a load of monsters in that let you do different things, but there's only one that's really good, and you just want to summon that. And there's
Yeah,
no reason not to
Mirror Jade.
summon. Mirror Jade, the ice dragon or
Ice Blade
whatever.
Dragon.
Which is a sad thing, like that there's loads of cool monsters that you can summon, but there's only really one that like is the thing you want to go for. And this is like, it's one of the things I like about Traptrix is that there's a bunch of extra deck monsters you can summon which help you out. There's not just like, well, there are like, you want to go for Traptrix Serra and Traptrix Rafflesia. They're just like the 2 monsters you always want to summon out first. But they're not like an auto win for you. They're like what you need to enable the rest of your deck. The rest of your extra deck monsters are things that you can do depending on what the board state is at the given time. I don't want to break the flamberge.
Also, with regards to me calling Albaz boring, I do think it is like good in that it has,
Oh, we need a chunk of
Chunks,
Dark
no, we
Moonstone,
don't
which
have
we
any.
don't have. Fuck.
well, one upgrade, good enough, I guess. Is that it has a lot of ways of Albaz Strike is good in that it's very simple. You search as a way of searching for your way of getting your like big guy out, and then a way of searching the materials or something like that. And you get it out very fast. It's very good for that. But call me crazy. What I like about card games is that you draw cards,
Yeah.
and there's some random element in the cards that you draw. Now, modern Yu-Gi-Oh does not agree with that. They think that searching cards is the interesting part of card games.
Yeah.
But my favourite structure deck is the Dark Lord one. I think it's called, like, I don't remember what it's called, like Unleashing Dark Lord or something like that, or whatever. Because Dark Order is a what I think Yu-Gi-Oh players call a slot machine deck, because it requires you to draw the correct good cards to be able to play them.
Yeah.
Now, to me, every deck should be like that. Drawing cards should be what card games are about. Dark Order is what my friend got. Good. I love Dark Order structure deck. I think it's great. And if you get a few additional pieces for it as well, it becomes really, really good. And it's really focused as well. What I like about it is that it does not pick up a lot of like meta cards like Ash Blossom and Droll Lockbird to kind of supplement it to counter other decks. It's really focused, and it just does what it does, and what it does is good.
You have a heart.
The thing I like about Traptrix has a lot of like search and set from the deck, but it's power limited in that it's not like, oh, you just draw the card you need to win the game. It's you draw and you can search the cards you need in order to interfere with what your opponent's doing. So it still has a layer of strategy to it, in that you don't just, oh, I play this card and then I go to my deck and I summon out the most powerful card of my deck. It's, I go to my deck and I can set cards which will help me interrupt my opponent, and I need to be careful about what I set from the deck. So there's like, the powerful effect of searching is offset by the fact that you're only searching out traps which help you fuck with your opponent. It's not just like, oh, I play this one card combo. Like my Exodia deck is exactly
powerful,
that. It's just like, I search out.
All due respect, it's kind of boring.
It's extremely boring because it has one win condition, which is that you summon Exodia. The Exodia boss monster is just nuts.
It's just nigh on unkillable, and it has like 10,000 attack.
Yeah, exactly. And you just OTK with that. What am I talking to?
I can tell you're not.
Well, fuck you, buddy.
And also, it has like component spell cards that work off of it, but also clear your opponent's board and other crazy like effects.
Let's put a bunch of these.
Like, I think your Exodia deck is now the most powerful deck that we have in the house.
Yeah.
Like, if I was to tier list the decks that we have, I'd say it's probably Exodia, Dark Lord, Traptrix are the three most powerful we have.
Yeah, I think like Traptrix and Dark World are sort of like
almost on a level with each other, but it depends on the game.
It depends on who goes first, and like it largely depends on like my Traptrix deck is very consistent. Dark World
is not. It's very luck based.
Yeah, but if you do get to do your big combo, you can just
the hand looping combo.
Yeah,
it's
you
over,
just like get me to
until
discard cards. Yeah, I don't think any deck can really do anything about that. And it does like, it's a shame that like the nature of card games is, if you just like, you know, for example, if you live with your boyfriend and you want to play regular games together, you do just find that like there are two games you play, either one where your combos go off or one where the opponent's combos go off. We very rarely had games between Traptrix and Dark World where there's like
that were close.
Yeah, that they were like either like you drew your cards and you're able to hand loop me, and then I basically just have to surrender because I can't play anything.
It's either a stomp
or you don't, and then I get to play my cards, and I can like start to slowly like strangulate you, and get my win condition.
It's a stomp one way or the other. Like either like you completely grind me into the ground and I never get going, or I just like unleash a combo that you can never recover from.
Yeah,
and that's it.
Yeah, you get set at such a disadvantage that you're just like, you're fucked. Ouch. I never know how to deal with this guy, especially because we can do this.
Approaching midnight now, so you can have a couple more attempts at man-eaters, you think?
Yeah. probably I won't get that many more attempts.
I think it just takes one good attempt where you manage them around the cauldron, you know.
Yeah. I mean,
they don't fuck you over by knocking off the edge.
the second man-eater appears when you get the first one down to half health, or after like I think 3 minutes in the boss arena. But yeah, I probably won't have too many more attempts at this because I am getting a little bit drunk.
We still have picture left as well.
Yeah, well, you know, I will carry on drinking.
Oh yeah, pipe.
I just won't be able to. My gameplay abilities will be worse than they already are.
Rolling around on the ground. Let's go. Hands on the screen. We're gonna do it. We're gonna win.
We are not.
We're gonna win.
Right, I'm going to the center. So the annoying thing is that the man-eaters can just waste a ton of time by like doing this thing where they fly around loads. Oh no, I won't. Fuck me.
Well, that's it. Right. Next one is the run. Do you have enough grass, by the way? I've noticed you only have 4 late moon grass.
I have 9 full moon grass.
That's probably enough. On a good run. Like, you know, on
Well,
a winning
honestly,
run.
the hardest part of getting to the of this is getting past that
Getting
Red
to the
Phantom,
guys,
because he's like you
pain in
can't
the ass.
like squeeze past him like you can with some of these other enemies.
Mm.
He like I think takes up the full width of the platform you're on. Like with these, you can sort of like just run past them. He drops down, but he's like, whatever. But yeah, that Red Phantom, he's always been a fucking sticking point for me.
Yeah.
In that, he's just hard. And part of what makes him hard is that the game doesn't seem to like to lock onto him because he's above you. Which means you have to walk up to him and close the distance, whilst he's casting spells which penetrate your shields. Like, and I think he has hyper armor while he casts as well, which is not another negative.
Which is not good.
Which is not good. I think you can wait for him to turn around, but it's just wastes time, you know. Oh, now he spotted me. Oh fucking hell!
Jesus.
And there you
I
go,
see.
just 2 shots here.
Yeah. The real boss.
This is the prelude to the run.
There'll be plenty of time for penetrate jokes on a future stream, Dominus, when we actually reach Penetrator.
Yeah. I mean, the penetrator jokes won't be that long because I am planning on getting
Bringing in
Bior the
Bior
Twin
for
Fangs
that
to do
one,
most of the
yeah.
fighting for me. Yeah, I'm a big defender of this game, but I think sometimes, you know, like, the run to the boss fight here isn't particularly sort of like... It's not that there's like a trick to learn to get past that guy that I'm aware of, or if there... Oh, for fuck's sake. There we go. Yeah, this is just a long run to the boss fight, past a bunch of enemies, each of which can just kind of knock you off the edge. So it stops being sort of like... I mean, I guess what it wants you to do is to take it nice and slow and each time, but if you're doing what I'm doing right now, which is streaming, and you want to show off your gamer skills...
License. Excuse me.
See you later. So yeah, I wish I knew a trick for getting past this guy, but I just don't. So he's always been like one of the hardest parts of any Demon's Souls run for me. And it's a shame because he's a red phantom, which the rules of red phantoms, or like, I guess like black phantoms of like humanoid characters, is they don't respawn. Red phantoms appear usually when the world is in pure black world tendency, but for some reason in Latria they
This guy is
spawn
just here.
like now. I don't know whether that's like a glitch or whatever. So I have to stay really far away from him for him not to notice me. How far down does he walk? Please let me pass. Oh. He's lost sight of me because I'm cloaked. But he can. Now I'm throwing good money after bad here by using one of my
Eating your
limited
grass.
healing items.
It's fine. This guy's the true boss. After this, it'll be easy street.
Yeah, I wish. Some spice.
Beer is the mind chill.
Beer is the mind chiller. Right, I think this might be my last attempt of the night.
So hands on the screen, everyone. This is it.
Hands on the screen.
It's
So I get.
man-eaters are nothing here.
I'm just gonna get immediately like thrown off the edge by him, I bet. Oh, he's. Ouch. Oof. Grass. Okay. Have it your way. Where has he gone? Right, heading to the center of the arena, I think. Where is he? It's just wasting time.
Nice chill out.
A second man-eater has entered the arena. Oh shit. Okay.
It's fine. Eat the
Heal.
grass.
It's grass.
Bring your eat your pack lunch that you brought with you.
Right, now I need to remember to fight the one that doesn't have a tail. Where is he?
Whoa, he's away. Well, now you've got me identifying.
No, I haven't cut his both tails off.
You did.
I think I did.
Okay.
See, that one's still got a tail.
I didn't see it.
It's there.
Okay, never mind.
It takes more than that to cut their tails off.
I mean, the one also has close eyes, but you put the rest of the health on.
Oh, really?
Oh, never mind. I'm gone. Again, I'm dropping my spaghetti all over this.
You're just like, are you on their side?
Yeah. I'm providing a disinformation campaign on behalf of the man.
joining the war on Merle on the
War on
side
Manatees on the
of
side of
whatever's against
Manatees.
Merle. Okay. Grass.
Mamma
Oh.
mia.
Ouch. Just kind of eating attacks here. Rats again. Yeah. Fire. Ouch.
You have some late moon grass as well, so
Yeah, it's not as good as the
just
full
saying,
moon
if you
grass.
run out, you've got spares.
Yeah, once I get one of these. I just don't want to get knocked off.
This guy's just yucking it up on the fire, don't worry.
Yeah, I
about
don't know what he's doing there, but I'm happy to let him continue.
it. This is our guy.
Don't. No, come on, man.
That's it. Well, you'll be fresh and encumbered by the drink at the start of next stream.
That's so frustrating. I didn't have it, like, there's nothing I could have done there once I was on the edge. I think he hit me while I was still in the getting up animation. If you can't kill him, at least get one more fall joke in. Fall joke achieved. Close though. Yeah, exactly. Once one of them's down, which I could have done
Fucking
there.
easy street, yeah.
I shouldn't have gone for the fire. I was like, oh, I'll just like spam him down from long range.
Yeah.
I should have just kept my shield up.
Stay in your lane.
Yeah, stayed in my
Moisturised.
lane, kept moisturized. Yeah, I'll take him down next time. I say that. 3-hour stream, just man-eaters next time.
Yeah.
Man-eater Okizeme is strong.
Man-eaters.
True,
We
true.
did get Flame Lurker as well. It would have been the try-hard stream of the century. If we
Oh
managed to get
yeah,
both Flame Lurker
kill
and
Flame
Man-Eaters
Lurker
at the
and
same
Flame
stream.
Lurker and man-eaters. They're both really tough.
I mean, not to brag, but when I
Yeah,
played Demon's Souls
okay,
for the first
okay.
time, I killed Man-Eaters first try. Thank you very much. But
Yeah, I was very impressed
I
by that, to
also
be fair.
beat Alant about after maybe the 20th try.
Yeah, Alant is really tough.
Mm.
Anyway, now that I'm appropriately sourced, I'm gonna go and play fighting games whilst drunk because the Grand Blue Fantasy vs Rising dailies will have reset at 9 PM. So time to get some more Battle Pass levels.
Yeah.
Anyone who wants to play a bit of Grand Blue against me drunk, let's do it.
If anyone wants to play Deadlock, let me know. I'll also be playing Deadlock.
Yeah, you'll switch over to Deadlock now.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for swinging by, everyone. Sorry we could only kill one boss this stream. Hopefully we'll do more next stream.
Bye.
Yeah, bye!